Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at you, your twin, and the soulmate. This reading is called the Love Triangle. Okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, overall energy for this month's reading. This is September's reading, but it's timeless. So whenever you find it, this is what you're meant to hear, okay? All right, overall energy, Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign, or someone with a lot of Earth in their chart towards Virgo Capricorn. I feel like this is representing the soulmate, the new person coming your way, okay? This person is coming towards you, albeit they're coming very slowly. Let me explain why I feel like this person is coming this slowly. I feel like this person really sees your value. They really see what you bring to the table, and they don't want to fuck this up. Okay. They realize that you are like a once in a lifetime opportunity and they don't want to mess it up. Okay. All right. Then we've got the Eight of Wands. See, look, communication coming in quick, fast, in a hurry, communication. So I feel like this has been the nighttime. What am I talking about? Okay. Maybe they're going to contact you at night because I just said nighttime. Anyway, for some of you, maybe it's tonight. So I feel like it's been a long time coming. Like this person has always been slowly coming towards you. And I feel like over a long period of time, not just recently, that they've always been in the cards for you because this is a destined connection. Okay. So with the Eight of Wands, I feel like all of a sudden they're going to speed up. Something's going to happen and they're going to speed up and you're going to automatically get communication from them. Okay. I was about to say confirmation. So you may this may be a confirmation to you that you're about to be hearing from somebody soon. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Seven of Swords. You know who this is talking about. It's talking about your twin. Okay. They may be plotting and planning on how to try to get you back because, the dirty shit they've been trying to do is not working. Okay. Underneath this is the Five of Wands. So things have changed now. So whereas they came and tried to make you think, that there was puppy dogs and rainbows and all this love or long-term love between the two of you. Now they're going to have to fight for you with the Five of Wands is what Spirit is saying. Okay. And all of this is being manifested by you with the Magician. Okay. But this new person is coming towards you. Butterflies may be important in this connection. You may start to see butterflies. You may even see frogs before you're about to hear from this person. Okay. This connection is going to be somebody that comes in, like I said, and that wants to put in the work. I just see 333. We're talking about the love triangle, right? So this Knight of Swords card is showing up here. They may switch from the Knight of Pentacles to the Knight of Swords, or this could represent the twin coming in retaliation because they feel you jerking your energy away from them, especially when this person comes in with the communication. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. See, they feel you walking away. Look at what's under the Knight of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. I could stay in this deck all day long. I go through the whole deck and read the whole situation to you, but I'm not going to do that. Okay. So Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to you, Spirit is telling you to continue to focus on yourself, focus on your creativity, because that is what's drawing this person to you. I feel like that's what's speeding up their arrival. All right. When it comes to this new person, I feel like they're detached. So this is about them no longer needing things to work out a certain way, going with the flow. This person is just riding the wave until it's time for them to show up in your life. Okay. When it comes to the twin, we've got the hammer card. So this is about them self-sabotaging, and then now they're trying to repair. So they broke this connection and now they're trying to fix it. Okay. They're trying to work on it, trying to repair it. But they're going to be very persistent. I feel like, let me tell you this. When this new person comes in, Scorpio, this twin is they're gonna turn and flip and be like night and day. This person is gonna be up your butt 24/7 once they realize there is somebody else there trying to mess with their good thing. Okay, they are gonna be relentless trying to get you back because they're going to see how happy you are. Because like I told you, they're not going to come in until probably right after you decide, you and your new person decide you're exclusive, you're going to be together, this is going to be a committed connection, and then here he or she comes. Okay, so I'm just telling you, beware. All right, so this first card here we're going to take a look at represents how you feel about the twin. So we've got the Two of Swords. This is talking about, this is my pooper get off the pot card. Spirit, this is like some things. There may have been some things about this person you didn't want to see in the beginning, but I feel like we all were like that. I feel like a lot of people are in love with love. Not that let me try this again. Not that you're not really in love with people or you don't really fall in love with people, but I feel like when that love takes over, a lot of times people are blinded to certain things. Okay. And that's natural. It's normal for that to happen. Okay. And with the Two of Swords, this is again, you realizing and recognizing you're going to have to make a decision. And I told you, the twin gonna have to fight for you, because look at the two dudes, or turn it to females if you're a male watching my channel. Look at them fighting. They're gonna, it could be literal. It could be a literal thing where they may come to blows. Because I'm telling you, Scorpio, this new person, don't get it twisted. They not messing around when it comes to you. Anybody very protective, and anybody mess with you, they gonna be messing with them. So it would behoove your twin to be very careful, because like this situation is gonna come out and be a shock. Okay, there's going to be a sudden change. This person's going to come in. I told you they're going to come in quick, because we got that Eight of Wands there, and it's going to be a surprise. You're not even going to be looking for it, and the person's just going to show up. But when you see them, you're going to know that it is them. Okay, because when I saw my person, it was like, oh, I knew it was him. I knew it was him. So don't be thinking, how am I going to know this and that? You'll know. Trust me. Spirit's going to make sure that you know. Okay. So we've got the digging card for you. So it's talking about spying on the masculine through social media. So some of you may still be looking at this twin, or you may know who your soulmate is, and you may be, checking them out, trying to see what's going on. Okay. But if you're looking at this reading, it's like digging too. Okay. So we've got the low self-esteem card. This is talking about your twin. They've got negative beliefs about themselves. They lack self-confidence, a lack of confidence, and they feel badly about themselves. That's why I told you. I think that's part of the reason why they trivialize your feelings for them, the feelings you had for them, because they don't love themselves. And so, like I said, I feel like you got to understand on some level why you're lovable in order for you to accept love from other people. You have to love yourself out first and foremost, of course, but you got to know why. Because like for instance, you got to be like, well, of course they love me. I'm cute. I'm smart. I got all this going on. I'm focusing on my passions. You got to think about, you have to cultivate that type of relationship with yourself. And it's not about being arrogant. It's not about thinking you better than anybody else. It's about knowing who you are and what you bring to the table. Because if you want other people to see that, you have to see it within yourself as well. Okay. Like I said, even if it's something about yourself that you normally don't like, hell, love it anyway. Love it anyway. Because if you want your person to love it, you got to love it too. All right. Okay. So the next card we're going to take a look at represents how you feel about the new person that's coming. So we got the Queen of Swords showing up here. Okay. This is an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And so with this card, this may be somebody who has been divorced. They may have been in a relationship with somebody and didn't work out. They could possibly have kids. With the Queen of Swords, this is also talking about someone who just don't, like I told you, they don't play. You see that Two of Swords card I just showed you, right? With them with a damn sword. Look, they got a sword here and they got a damn sword there. This is somebody who just don't play, okay? And so I feel like for you, you see this person as somebody very truthful, okay? Somebody who tells the truth, who keeps it real, keeps it 100, and I feel like you respect that about them with the Queen of Swords, okay? Let's clarify, because you're truthful as well. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Okay, so your person, the new person, could be a photographer with this camera card showing up here. It's talking about reminiscing, you know, making memories, learning from the past. But I feel like, you know, perception, I feel like for the majority of you, this is talking about you and this person are going to be making new memories together. Okay. And I think that's a beautiful thing. You've got the chaos card here for you. This may be showing up because for some of you, maybe you feel caught at a crossroads and you don't know who you're going to choose. But you got to look at what everybody's bringing to the table, because this twin ain't bringing you shit. It don't matter if you've been with them. It don't matter if you've been with them 20, 30, 40, 50 years. If this person, they can love you all they want, Scorpio, but if they're not showing it, if they off running behind other people, which is what is happening to a lot of you, where is the love? Where is the love? When I pull up cards about how they feel about you, hold on. I don't see no damn cups. I don't see no love whatsoever. Okay? So this chaos card, like I said, you got to think long and hard about this situation, because this new person is going to be all about the new beginnings. Okay? Wanting to start over with you, wanting to whatever it is you're wanting, they're wanting to have it with you. Okay? All right, this next card represents the twins' feelings about you. So the Emperor, okay? This is Aries energy. You may have Aries placements, your person may have. This is talking about them seeing you as their divine counterpart, okay? They know now at the end of, you know, when it's too fucking late, they know that you know, what you know, your value and who you truly are. Because like I said, this person was running around acting like they were better than you. But really, they need to be glad. They need to be kissing the damn ground or kissing your feet for trying to give them a chance in this situation. Because look at how they're acting. Look at the things that they're doing. And like I said, they about to miss out, because while they've been lollygagging and messing around with other people and stuff like this, you about to move on with somebody else, baby, with a banger, with a boss. All right, with a boss. Your new person, is showing up like this, like Emperor energy. Okay, a boss person, big D energy, and you know what I mean when I'm talking about D, big D energy. Okay, pun intended. Okay, all right. So let's clarify. Okay, so see, all right, hold on. We're gonna talk about this in a minute. So this is you learning to love, okay? Unconditionally, unselfishly, with no limitations. I feel like you love like this all the time, Scorpio. That's why I feel like they hate on Scorpio so much, because we have the capacity to love like this. And then when you mess us over, we got the capacity to be the goddamn reverse and to get in your ass. And that's what people don't like, because they don't understand how we can go from this to this. But I'm like, if you don't mess with us, and you won't find out how. You won't find out. You will never know how if you don't mess around, right? Okay, so when it comes to the twin, they're gonna be wanting to reconcile, but like I said, too little, too late. They're gonna try to wait until it's the last, what did it say, the last hour or the last second or the last minute, and that's when they're gonna come in with this reconciliation, okay? Because they still running fear of intimacy, running away, letting go, all this turmoil, because they, like I said, they got all this stuff going on within themselves that they don't want to deal with. So it's not essentially necessarily that they're just running from you, they running from all their stuff too. It's like they leaving the stuff right there and running away from it. Okay. And then we've got karmic relationship, because that's what this is. That's what this is. When you cannot sustain this connection and your person cannot, because, the lack of healing, not wanting to do what you need to do, all this kind of stuff. That's what this is. It's a karmic relationship. That's what this twin flame connection becomes, because what it's always was supposed to be in the end was the two of you coming together on the same level and being able to sustain a beautiful love relationship that would surpass anything else you could have on earth with anybody else. Okay, but I'm not saying you can't. You can still have the soulmate is a good ass runner up. You can still have a beautiful relationship with a soulmate, and I feel like, in my opinion, it's better with a soulmate, because it's not all this obsession and all the craziness. All the craziness is taken out of the situation. Okay. So this person is still, being resentful, still being triggered, and it's just a lot of turmoil. It's just a lot of unnecessary stuff, from somebody who just don't even want to get themselves together. They don't want to. So that's why I tell you, just move on and just live your life. Because if they come back to you later at a later time and they're healed and you decide you want to be with them, you can do that if that's what you want to do. No, like I said, no judgment. You do whatever you feel like is you need to do, Scorpio. Okay. All right. So the next card represents how the soulmate feels about you. I think they see that you're stuck. Okay. They understand this though, because I feel like they've been in a similar situation, not necessarily a twin flame situation, but a situation where they had somebody, be abusive and breadcrumb and not treat them the way they deserved, and so on and so forth. So they understand this. I don't feel like this is going to be somebody who is very judgmental. Okay. If anything, if they're judging anybody, they're judging the twin. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Yeah. So with your card, this is spirit saying, this is playing out according to divine timing. All right. You are being watched by both the soulmate and the twin with the sunglasses card. Okay. Like I told you, the twin may try to play it off or whatever, but they all up in your business. They all up in your Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor. They in your social media, they watching you when you go to places that the both of you know about. That, like I told you, they lay in bed at night. They still looking at your text messages. They still listening to your voicemails. They still, if there was emails, whatever type of communication there was between the two of you, this person still goes through it. If they got pictures of you, they still looking at the pictures. It's just a big old mess. Okay. Because they just self-sabotage. They don't know how. They don't understand that all that shit that they keep suppressing, that's the reason why they self-sabotage, because they don't want to deal with it. Like I told you, they not just running from you, they running from all their stuff too. And when you love them, the love you have for them just brings all their crap up to the surface, and that's why they run. Okay. And then we've got boundaries. It's saying making self-care a priority, being direct, naming limits, self-awareness. This person needs to learn how to set boundaries and how to be self-aware, because I feel like they have people in their lives that step on their toes, just like they try to step on yours. Because remember what they say, hurt people hurt, right? Okay. So the last card here represents the outcome. It is the 10 of Pentacles. So you're gonna be building a legacy with this new person. Okay, this is gonna be somebody, like I said, who's gonna bend over backwards for you. They're gonna come with all they got, okay, and want to give to you, make your life better, make it easier. And I know it's gonna be difficult for you to put the gun down, Scorpio. And I know it's gonna be difficult for you to completely let this person in, because you've been through a lot of stuff. But do yourself a favor. Don't allow what all these other people did to you to mess up this beautiful thing with this person, okay? Because this person is going to be willing to prove themselves to you. It's not going to be a situation where they're going to come in and they're going to expect you to just trust them off the bat and do this and do that. This person is going to pace themselves and not care, if at first, you may have walls up against them. They're going to understand. Remember with the 8 of Swords, I told you, they've been through similar circumstances so they understand why you would be in that energy. Okay. And I feel like they're going to talk you down. What they say, talk you out of the tree or whatever, or talk you off of the building, whatever. They're going to talk you off of it, is what I feel like with the 10 of Pentacles. So this is a keeper. This person is a keeper. Okay. Okay, Spirit is telling you to stop ignoring any red flags you see. Stop sweeping things under the rug. Stop ignoring your red flags. Okay, I'm not saying this new person, ain't ever gonna hit no wrong notes. I'm not saying that, they're gonna be, they're gonna be true blue, but I'm saying I'm not telling you that this person will never make a mistake. But don't be afraid to set boundaries, is what Spirit is trying to tell you with this card. And don't be afraid to smack your own self if you're doing something to self-sabotage this connection. Okay. Then we've got lack mentality. I feel like this is talking about the twin. Okay. This is somebody, they just have totally fear-based thinking. That's why they can't open themselves up and be honest about how they feel. Is because they're afraid that if they take that mask off, okay, and let all that mess out and show you who they really are, that you won't want to be with them. But what they don't understand is the way they were acting with the mask on. A lot of you don't want to be with this person anymore. So the damage has already been done, is what I feel like. Okay. So we've got grounding. This new person is going to be grounding, stable, secure. They're going to offer you growth. Okay. And the long term, this is going to be a long-term life partner, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from the twin. Then we'll get some from the new person. Then we'll get some from Spirit. Okay. Here we go. And keep healing, Scorpio. Don't don't assume everybody can always get better. There's somebody that's been in my comments under other signs lately talking about they don't need to heal. And I'm like, that's BS. The very ones that say they don't need to heal, those are the ones that need to heal the most. Right? I'm gonna be I'm gonna keep it real, right? Because I would never sit up here and tell you I don't need to heal. Everybody got shit they need to deal with, okay? But it's that thinking like that, thinking that you're above it all. That's what keeps you where you don't want to be and keeps you alone. Okay. Hold on. You not realizing that, nobody's perfect. So we've got, I don't understand. This is from the twin. I can't make a decision. And then we've got, I can't talk to you right now. So this person is like completely and totally in some effing denial. I'm trying my best not to drop F-bombs, but I want to do it so bad. So badly. Okay, let's get some messages from your person. But this new person, they gonna be coming to Jesus, okay? They gonna come to Jesus before you come to Jesus, okay? And it's not gonna be a thing where they pointing the fingers at you. They're gonna be pointing at themselves, talking about what they need to do, okay? So it says, your voice has a therapeutic effect on me. I could listen to you for hours, okay? So this tells me you and this person are gonna have a lot of discussion together. You're gonna talk about what has happened to you in the past. They're gonna share with you what happened to them in the past. And like I said, you're both going to find that you have a lot of similarities between each other. Okay. Then we've got, you are like an angel that came into my life to heal and nurture me. Like I told you, this connection is going to be very healing for the both of you. It's not going to be just be one sided. It's going to be for both. Then we've got, since I met you, I have more energy to push towards my goals. So you inspire this person already to be a better person. And I feel like they're going to be an inspiration for you as well. Okay. All right. Before you go, we're going to get a message from Spirit. See what else they want to tell you. Okay. So we've got forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So Spirit is telling you, you got to forgive this I'm gonna tell you what's with it. You got to forgive this dipwad. Okay, we talking about the twin. You got to forgive them so that your energy can be light and be free and be open to, be receptive to open the door to let this new person in. Okay. All right, Scorpio, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on in your love life, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, overall energy for this week's reading is the Six of Cups. This is talking about, you know, a soulmate relationship. It could represent the twin as well. It's talking about, you know, someone with whom you had a past with, whether it was in this in this lifetime or in another one, okay? Underneath this is the Fool. This is talking about wanting to take a leap of faith, and I feel like for you, this leap of faith is talking about with the new person, with the soulmate, but this Fool card could also represent the twin wanting to try to take another leap of faith with you, okay? Underneath this, we have the Page of Wands, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in the chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This to me represents the twin, okay? They always show up as like a page or something, never, hardly ever as a king or you know, a queen or anything like that. They always show up as like a page. So to me, this is talking about, you know, them being curious, excited, you know, passion, with a lot of passion, wanting to come in and give you a love offer. Of course, you know, it's a small love offer because this person is not about wanting to be in a relationship with you. They want to make you think that that's what they want, when all actuality, they just want sex, they want control, and they want attention, okay? Underneath this is the Sun card. This is Leo energy. I feel like this represents the new person that's coming in, because this is a soulmate card. The new person coming in is going to make you very happy. This is going to be someone that with whom you can procreate, have children with, a family with, if that's what you're wanting. This is going to be someone that's going to make you very happy. The Sun is also talking about things coming to light. So anything that's in the dark, that's been hidden, lies, things like that. So I feel like this is Spirit saying that there may be more truths coming forward about what the twin was actually doing when it came to the two of you being together in the past, okay? We've got the Hermit energy showing up here. This is Virgo energy. It is talking about healing. So Spirit is saying to use this Hermit energy to move through what happened with the twin so you can prepare to be with the soulmate, okay? Because they're showing up here as the Emperor, okay? With your reads, that's how I can tell the difference between the soulmate and the twin, because the soulmate always shows up in high level energy, like the Emperor, the Empress, or, you know, a king or a queen. They never show up like a page unless it's talking about them wanting to give you a small love offer to begin with, because this person is already in love with you, but they're wanting to test the waters and to make sure that you feel the same way that they do. That's their motive behind it. But when it comes to the twin, they're showing up like a page because they're childish, immature, and for a lot of you, they could be younger than you are, okay? We've got the Seven of Swords here, all right? This is talking about the twin still being, you know, a liar, still out in the streets, still doing all the crazy crap that they do, okay? And with this Seven of Pentacles, this is Spirit's, you know, talking about you reap what you sow, what you've sown. And I feel like for a lot of you, look at this person, okay? Spirit is telling you to have patience, because I feel like what you've reaped before, what do they say? All that glitters isn't gold. And I feel like this is what happened. I feel like you reaped this with the twin and you thought it was gold because it looks like it's gold, right? But I feel like maybe you cracked something open, or when whatever happened to you and this person happened, or when that mask they wear slipped, you saw that it wasn't, it was fool's gold. And I feel like when you realize that, you're turning away from it now, and you're trying to find a new area to plant your seeds to harvest something better, which is the relationship with the soulmate, okay? And Spirit is telling you with the High Priestess, Pisces energy, to follow your intuition, okay? So that you won't be guided wrong. See, here's the love offer from the soulmate, okay? They always show up as like the Page of Pentacles, because this is someone who wants something stable, solid, grounded. They want something serious. And the twin shows up as the Wands, because they're coming in all passion filled, but they won't be able to sustain it, because all it's about is them wanting to fuck. Okay, I'm going to keep it real with you. because I don't like that. I don't like somebody not being honest. And I know, because I'm a Scorpio, so I know y'all can't stand it either, because you know they always say that about us. Don't lie, don't tell lies if you want things to be right, right? So underneath this we have the Eight of Wands. So you do have communication coming. It could be just from the soulmate, it could be from the twin, it could be from both people, okay? Because like I told you, this new person is wanting to build a legacy with you, and love and family and all of the things. They're not just wanting to, you know, just come in and hit it and quit it. Okay. So we're going to start by clarifying the Six of Cups. Six of Cups. Six of Cups. Okay. So there's a lot of mirroring going on. I feel like you mirror both the twin and you mirror the soulmate as well. Okay. Spirit is saying your twin is showing up in this reading as well. And then we've got the butterfly showing here. So this is talking about you going through your phase of transformation. Okay. You're evolving. You have, you know, gone into the little cocoon as a caterpillar, and now you're coming out as a butterfly. And I feel like you're a butterfly that's discerning and that understands that this twin is not about your, you know, your best interest. They're all about what they can get. Okay. All right. So the first card we're going to take a look at represents the situation, and we have the Three of Wands. So this is talking about you waiting for your ships to come in. Okay. I feel like, you know, for you, it has been a long time coming. All right. And I know you're losing patience, but that's why that Seven of Pentacles I just showed you, where we talked about the gold, right? That's where Spirit is telling you, you got to have patience, because it's almost like you're starting all over again, because stuff didn't work out with this other person. So you have to prepare yourself for the new person that's coming in. And just like how you wanted things to be shiny and new with the twin, and you wanted them to be a certain way, you wanted the table to be set a certain way, and for things to play out a certain way, it's the same thing with the soulmate. So that's going to take time to get that together. Okay. So your goal is to sit in this divine feminine energy. Okay. Because the new person coming in is already in love with you. They already know your value. They know you look like this to them. Okay. So you're supposed to sit in this energy and maintain it. Okay. For some of you, you will be finding out about this new person in the spring. This is what Spirit is giving me, the spring. Okay. I don't feel like that applies to everyone, but that's what I'm getting. Let me get one more card. Yeah. Now they're talking about the twin, you know, talking about them being a narcissist. Okay. This being a one-sided connection, you know, a lot of love bombing going on. You have to heal from what has happened with this person, because like I told you, this person, you know, tried to break you. And this is not a situation where you get to say when you're ready for the relationship. It's when Spirit is saying, when Spirit deems that you're ready for it. Okay. I know you don't want to hear that, but I got to tell you what they're giving me. Okay. Okay. So the next placement we're going to take a look at represents the challenge in the connection. So we've got the Knight of Cups showing up here. This is a water sign, or someone with a lot of water in their chart: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, the challenge is, you know, for you to prepare for this person to come in towards you, very romantic, heart on their sleeve, to be, you know, open and honest about their feelings, and for you to be open, you know, to be ready to reciprocate and be open and honest about your feelings, because, you know, we have a tendency to shut down when people step on us and do crazy shit like they like to do with Scorpios for some reason. Like I said, they like to mess with us, and then they're the stereotypes. Oh, Scorpios this, Scorpios that, Scorpios this. And what they don't understand is, if you would leave us the fuck alone, you would never have to see that side of us. But see, people don't realize that. It's like I told you, for a lot of people, it is human nature for them to see how far they can push you. Okay. So in this situation, Spirit is saying, okay, you've been through this thing where this person tried to beat you down. They tried to break you. And so now you have to heal from that and maintain an open heart if you're wanting somebody new to come in, because you can't, because if you shut down, okay, and this new person comes in, Scorpio, it's going to be like you doing the same thing to them that the twin did to you, except for, you know, you're not out in the streets trying to play around with anybody, but you will be holding yourself back emotionally. And just like Spirit is protecting you. Spirit is protecting this person as well. So you got to think about that. Okay. It's not this person's fault. What happened between you and the twin? So you got to come to Jesus and realize that if you're wanting the type of relationship that you're wanting, you have to become what it is you're wanting from the other person. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. That's what a lot of you gotta realize. I understand you know what you want. I get it. And you deserve it. You want somebody who's going to be devoted like you are devoted, and you want somebody who is going to admire you the way you admire people when you're in a connection with them. Because like I said, we ride or die. When you know you're in good favor with us, we're ride or die. But you got to be that way for this person, this new person, because they didn't do anything to you. Okay, they didn't do anything to you. Like this relationship with this twin. The relationship with the twin was a karmic relationship. Okay, because this person was a lot of resentments, a lot of triggers, a lot of intensity, a lot of turmoil. Okay, and so if you're wanting something to be different, you have to change. You can't carry that baggage from what that other person did to you into this connection and think it's going to work. Okay. All right, so the next placement we're going to look at represents the guidance Spirit is giving you. So we got the Knight of Swords showing up here. This is an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I feel like this card has two different meanings. It can talk about the twin trying to come back into the connection, okay, after they ran from you and you tried to chase them. And then it's also talking about you leaving the connection with them in order to head towards the new person. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Knight of Swords. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this is about self-worth, about you putting yourself and your needs first. Okay. You getting your needs met. That's why there's a choice between the old and the new, because Spirit wants you to show that you've learned the lesson and you realize that this twin don't care about meeting your needs. They, like I said, they only want to get their wick wet, or they pee wet, or whatever you want to call it, and they only want to control. They want you to take care of them without them having to do anything to earn it. That's what they're wanting. So Spirit is telling you, you got to focus on self. You got to take a page out of their book and focus on yourself and put yourself and your needs first, okay? But not to a narcissistic degree, all right? So, because this old person was wearing a mask, all right? Like I said, we still got to talk about this old person, because for some of you, there's still lessons that you got to learn from what happened with this connection. And you got to realize this is not a one person reading. This is a reading up for the collective, and everybody's in a different place, okay? So this person is wearing a mask. They're going to try to, mirror what it is that you say you want, because they are trying to pull the wool over your eyes and not let you, not show you who they truly are. Okay. Because like I told you, this person's got massive self-worth issues. They wonder, why you feel the way you feel about them, but it's a seduction. Okay. They're trying to hook up with you. Okay. But they got third party situation going on. This person cannot, what is the word? They cannot turn away from temptation. Okay. That's one thing you got to remember. So they'll tell you all day long that it's just you and them. And then when they get out in them damn streets and somebody is calling them, or the P or the D or whatever, male or female is calling to them, this person, I don't think they can realistically say that they can shy away from temptation. Okay. It's like, I don't know. Some people are just made like that, and they just want to be out there like that. So you got to ask yourself, is this the type of person you want to deal with? Is this who you want to be with? Is this what you feel like you rightfully deserve? All right. So the next placement we're going to talk about is the focus. Okay. And it is the 10 of Cups. It's about your happiness. Spirit is telling you to focus on what's going to make you happy. Who is going to make you happy? Because like I've told you before, we're Scorpios. We bring 100% to the damn table. Okay. So it's not about any longer what you can give to somebody else. This is about what other people are giving to you, because I feel like for a long time, we've turned a blind eye to that, okay, and focused on, trying to give our best and do our best. But now you got to put that to the side because you already know what you're coming with, right? This is about you being discerning and watching what the new person brings, and then looking at the bullshit that the old person is telling you so you can make an appropriate decision. Okay, let's clarify. Hold on one second because it's getting hot in here. All right. Okay, so Spirit is telling you with this Ten of Cups to take time to have a period of solitude to really think about, what happened between you and this twin, what went down, heal from these things, because you need to make sure that you know exactly what it is you want out of a relationship, so that when it comes in, you'll already know. That's why I tell y'all, make a list of what your deal breakers are. Make a list of the things that the specific things you're looking for from a person, okay? Because this is about them meeting your needs now. It's no longer about you meeting the other person's needs, because that's a given. We know you're a Scorpio. You're very loyal. We know you're going to go in the right way once you decide to be in a relationship with somebody, okay? So we've got the signs card showing up here as well. So this is Spirit saying that, there will be signs to point the way, on the direction that they're recommending that you go. And it's away from the twin, right? Okay. So yeah, you need time to heal. Okay. Everybody want to jump from A to Z. And healing doesn't work like that, because you can reach Z and then slide all the way back to F. Okay. Or slide all the way back to A. It's like that diagram, that diagram where they talk about success, and they say success is people think success is a straight line, but what it actually is it's like this. You go all around, up and down, until you get to the end. It's the same thing with healing. It's not always a straightforward thing. So you got to make sure you're ready and you're prepared for this situation, because this person that is coming is, has the potential to be a life partner if that's what you're wanting. But you can't just say, okay, I went through this traumatizing thing with this twin, but I'm just gonna shove that in my bag and be a damn bag lady or a bag man, and move on into this relationship with this other person, because Spirit is not going to allow that to happen. Because as I just said, just like they're protecting you from the twin, they're protecting this person from people who are not doing the healing and doing the things to take the time to, step into the connection the right way. Okay. All right. So the last placement we're going to take a look at represents the outcome. Okay. So we got two cards that fell here. We have the King of Cups and the Empress. Okay. Empress, Taurus, Libra energy. King of Cups, for me, it is Cancer. So this is Spirit saying that this is about balance and keeping your heart open. Okay. Realizing that, yes, you can go through things, okay, and it's a choice for you to heal yourself so that you can step into something in a healthy manner. Because just like you wanted this twin to show up a certain way, right? This new person is going to expect you to show up a certain way as well, because this person is healed. They've done their work. They're doing what they need to do to prepare for this connection, and you owe it to them to do the same thing, because you, like I said, you have to become what it is that you're wanting. Okay. You can't just expect it from somebody else and you just come in whatever way you want to come in, because if you do that, that's acting like the twin. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of regret. Okay. The twin keeps showing up in the reading. Like I said, I'm trying to focus on new love, but what you need to hear is what you're going to hear in these readings. Okay. So this person, the twin, has a lot of regret. They're going to try to come forward. I told y'all, I left a video up there a couple of days ago that talked about, them trying to latch onto your energy while you're sleeping, and, doing all kind of crazy things because they feel you moving away. But this is about you stepping into your new soul, your new soul tribe. and trying to, you know, move forward in the proper manner. But in order to do that, like I said, you have to look back at what's happened in the past, okay? Because Spirit is telling you to have faith. You know, love is coming. It's going to be a surprise invitation, okay? And you're going to be struck by love, but it's going to happen when Spirit deems that you're ready for it to happen, not when you say you're ready for it to happen, okay? Like I said, I know y'all want new love. Everybody want new love. Everybody want to start over. And I feel like, you know, Spirit feels that we're all deserving of that, but you have to do your work in order to, like I tell you, nothing comes for free, right? Okay, so now we're going to get some messages from your person, the new person. Okay, first card, it says, wow. So this is what real love feels like. Like I told you, this person is already in love with you. They're already taking this relationship seriously. They are doing what they need to do to prepare for this connection. So like I told you, Spirit is going to protect them like they protect us from the twin, okay? You are the only one who gets me without saying anything. This is going to be somebody with whom you have like a telepathic bond with, if you don't already have it, okay? You can feel this person coming towards you. They can feel you coming towards them. You may get, you know, visuals of them, you know, or energy from them and vice versa. But I feel like this is a situation where, you know, you and this person are going to be able to communicate with each other without saying a word to each other, okay? Then we've got, your honesty and vulnerability scares me and allures me at the same time. This person respects how you come, that you're hardcore, and that, you know, you don't suffer no damn fools, and you're completely honest. This person respects it, your honesty, because like I said, in the past you may have had people that tried to tell you were too much, or they didn't know how to handle your honesty, but this person values it and they respect it, okay? Then we've got, I wrote a letter on paper, but I'm too afraid to show it to you. So this person is already writing you love notes and, you know, trying to show you how they love you, so on and so forth. They're preparing, like I said, in every way they can for this connection. So you have to do the same. You have to be respectful and do the same to them, so that when the two of you come together, you're on the same level, okay? Then we've got, I'm so proud of everything you do. So this person is not just about sex, and even though you have crazy intimacy with this person, there's a lot of lust between the two of you, you know, and I feel like, you know, both of you have your daydreams about each other, so on and so forth. It is also a situation where this person, it's your soul, your essence that this person, you know, loves. It's not, because this is somebody where if you having a good day or you having a bad day, if you big or if you small, if you short or you tall, whatever, this person is gonna love, honor, and respect you no matter which way you show up, because they truly love you, and it's not just about sex, okay? All right, so now we're going to get some messages from Spirit before I let you go. Here we go. Okay, so we've got passion. Try something you've never done before. Spirit is always telling you this, to focus on the things that make you happy, okay? Because you got to be in a place where you're happy and you're enjoying your life. That's what's going to help bring this person in, this new person, okay? And that's what's going to repel the other person, okay? Then we've got spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. I feel like both people are, because don't think that when you get with the soulmate, it's going to be all puppy dogs and rainbows and you're never going to have to learn anything else for the rest of your life. Because when you get into this relationship with this new person, it's going to be a level up. So you're going to be required to level up and to maintain that level. And you and this new person will be inspiring each other to continue to upgrade and get better and better as time goes along. Okay. Then we've got fate. This is a destined partnership. This was always supposed to happen. I feel like for a lot of you, I've told you this before, I feel like the twin was just in your life to teach you a lesson, for you to show Spirit that you had learned your lesson. Okay. And so now the real prize is coming through with this new person. But like I said, you have to prepare yourself for it. Okay. Then we've got time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. So this time apart, even though we don't like it, we don't want it, it is very important because you need to dig down deep, right? You got to have this solitude. You got to think about what has happened in your life and what it is you need to take a look at, because I'm telling you, if you don't deal with it, it's going to show up in every other relationship you have, whether it's a platonic relationship or it's a romantic relationship, because it's something, things that need to be healed, triggers and you know, all kinds of crap like that that need to be healed, because that is part of the reason you have gone through the patterns you've gone through over and over and over again, because these things have remained unhealed. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get you one more card. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell you. Okay, so we've got annoyance. It says you or your partner may be annoyed right now. Give each other the space to cool off and avoid more arguments. Okay. So this could be Spirit just saying that this is what would happen if you don't deal with certain things. And then when this type, this type of stuff comes up in the new relationship, you got to be willing to deal with it and not shut down and, walk away and not want to mess with it, not want to fix it. Because all of us, we like to say we want to be in a relationship and we just think, oh, it's going to be so this, so this, so that. It's still a relationship at the end of the day. You're still gonna have days where you step wrong. You're still gonna have days where bad notes are played. You're still gonna have days where you're gonna have to work things out. The only difference is you're gonna be in a connection with someone who values the connection just as much as you do. Okay. Whereas in the past, you got people where you were giving your all and they were giving you 5% today and 50% tomorrow and all that kind of crap. But this is going to be somebody that wants to work it out, that wants to fix it. And you have to meet them with the same type of energy if you want the relationship to work. Okay. All right, Scorpio, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you and the people in your love life, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, looking good, Scorpio. Okay, overall energy for this week's reading is the Nine of Wands. This is talking about, the wounded warrior. Okay, so you've been through a lot when it comes to your love life. I feel like you've been through a lot in your life period, because Scorpio, being a Scorpio in and of itself isn't, is a not an imposition, I want to say, but is a test. It's always a test of faith, right? You're dying and then having rebirth, dying and then rebirth, dying and rebirth. That's just the nature of life with a Scorpio. So with this Nine of Wands, I feel like this is Spirit telling you to keep going, to persist. Okay. I know this particular death and rebirth that you're going through is an arduous one. It is a tumultuous one, but Spirit is trying to tell you with this Nine of Wands, I'm sorry, that if you keep going, you're eventually going to get to where you're trying to get to, which is the end, because the 9, then we've got the 10, and then that's the end. Okay. Then we've got the Three of Wands showing up here. This is talking about you waiting for your ships to come in. I feel like you've been waiting for a long time. Okay. Spirit is just telling you to keep the faith and to trust what is happening in this situation, that, everything's not going to come to fruition when you want it to. And, you see my the way I'm saying it, right? Because they telling me the same thing. They're telling me the same thing with this. Just, you gotta wait, you gotta wait, you gotta wait. And I know you're asking the same thing I'm asking. What are we waiting on? Okay. Then we got the Two of Wands showing up here. This is talking about being at a crossroads, needing to make a decision. This could also talk about moving, you being at a distance from your person, whether it's the new person or the old person. It can also, like I said, talk about, geographic location, like thinking about moving from where you are and trying to figure out what's the best, I guess, option for you. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Nine of Cups. So Spirit is telling you with this Nine of Cups that what you want is coming. What you wish for is on its way. Okay. You are moving from rough waters into calmer waters. And there's just a need to be patient. Okay. And stop worrying about what is happening. I know it's easier said than done. I know. I know. Okay. Because waiting, it causes a lot of times you to worry, because you're like, okay, if this is supposed to happen, why is there a need to wait so much? I feel like for a lot of you, it is because there are certain things that you need to heal. That is something that you need to be working on right now. If you're not healing and doing the things you need to do, Spirit is letting you know that that is slowing down your manifestation. So if there's something that you really wanting, and you've been waiting and it hasn't come, you got to ask yourself, where have you been slacking? Okay. What is it that you haven't been doing? Because just watching a tarot card reading and having Spirit tell you about these things, that's not all that there is. These are the recommendations. You have to pick up the ball and run with it. Okay. When they give it to you, you can't just stand there and hold it like a deer in headlights and expect something to change. The only way things are going to change is when you start to make the change. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying this Nine of Wands. Okay. So let me get one more card. Okay, so we've got you going through a spiritual awakening, right? It's talking about a spiritual ascension, a change in your behavior, slowing down to reflect. For a lot of you, I think a lot of you are going through a period in time now where you're exhausted, because I'm sitting in this energy and I feel exhausted. So some of you need to be getting more rest than what you're getting. Okay. This is supposed to be a time like for you to reflect and to work on yourself, and also for you to rest, because I feel like things are coming to a head soon. And your life is about to pick up. You're going to have new people showing up in your life. It's not just love. I feel like for some of you, other people from your soul tribe are going to show up. Some of you are moving, because we were just talking about that with the Two of Wands. There are a lot of things that are going on. You may be having career changes. Like I said, you may have to relocate, because it may have to do with a promotion or something from work. It's a lot of different things that I feel, that are coming on. And I feel like a lot of you are just exhausted, because I just want to, sitting in this energy, I just want to crawl back in my bed and go back to sleep. That's the way I feel. Okay. All right. Then we've got on your person's side, confession. So this could be the twin, or it could be the new person. It could be both of them. Okay. Because when one confesses, talking about the soulmate, then here comes the twin wanting to confess as well. Okay. Because they're both, if they're not telling you how they feel, they're both wearing a mask at this point, right? Then we've got the backstabbing card. So it's talking about heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, shocking attack. Okay. All these things are going on while you're trying to go through a spiritual awakening, and a spiritual awakening by itself is difficult. So my heart goes out to you, but I'm going through the same type of stuff y'all going through too. So I understand how it feels, but keep pushing forward, keep moving on. That's why you're showing up as the Nine of Wands, because I feel like, you're getting to certain points in your life where you're just wanting to give up. And Spirit is trying to tell you, keep the faith, trust, understand that these things are going and they're happening for a reason, and you're eventually going to get to where you're trying to go. Okay. All right. So when we have the card for you this week, we have the Ace of Cups. Okay. This is talking about, it can talk about a brand new relationship, okay, or a rekindled romance for some of you. But I feel like mostly what this is talking about is self-love. I feel like a lot of you may have been putting time and effort into self-love. And if you haven't been doing that, that's what Spirit is advising with this Ace of Cups, okay? Because your cup has to overflow if you're wanting other people to come towards you and have their cups overflow for you as well, okay? All right, let's clarify. Okay, so you're being guided through this situation by Spirit, okay? The The feathers that I'm being drawn to on this card may be of significance to you. You may start to see feathers, or you may have been seeing feathers. Okay. Then we've got the karmic family card. Ugh, I'm so tired of this damn card showing up. It is talking about a relationship with someone in the immediate family who's been brought back from previous lifetimes to work things out peacefully. So this is somebody that sticks in your damn craw. When you say black, this person says white. It's a situation where, they just try to run roughshod all over you. They could be very disrespectful. This is somebody that comes like you may be calm and in a good in a good mood, and this person may come forward, just out of nowhere with, just spouting a lot of bullshit. And I feel like, in this situation, Spirit is saying that this person has been brought back so you can work whatever out you need to work out with this person. My advice to you is just with people like this, if this is somebody that's been in your family, has always been like this between you and them, just forgive this person, let it go, and just love them from afar, because you can't make this person show up any kind of way other than the way they want to show up. And so the best thing for you to do is just to, because it's time, like I said, you've got new soul family coming in, so you need to free up all the spaces you can, with these people that are, shitting on you and not treating you the way you deserve to be treated. It's time for you to let these people go and free up these spots, so that when your new soul family comes in, the people who are supposed to be in your life, your cheerleaders, the people that have your back, you have spots for them to be in, because this kind of stuff is not serving anybody. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So you're ascending. Okay. This is about you, experiencing learning and expansion, a lot of transcendence. You're preparing for union, okay, for this new person to come in. So you're preparing, Spirit is preparing you for the new phase of your life, because things are about to change, Scorpio, and when they change, they'll never be the same. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person, we've got two cards showing up here. We have the Four of Pentacles and we have the Death card. The Death card, of course, is your energy, right? Or our energy, because I'm Scorpio too. So with these two cards, what I feel like Spirit is talking about, it's talking about somebody holding themselves back with this Four of Pentacles here. And it's also talking about, this is the same person where I tell you the twin, because they see you as their possession. Okay. But they want you, see that how that coin is like, it looks like they're giving you a coin, or like somebody's giving them a coin. Let's say that it looks like somebody's giving them a coin, right? The reason why Spirit is showing you this is because this person is wanting you to give everything, while they hold themselves back and give you nothing. Okay. Then we've got the Death card here. Spirit is telling you that this situation is going to change, if it hasn't already started to change for a lot of you. Okay. Because I feel like a lot of you either have one foot out the door, or you're completely gone from this person and you're trying to move on and prepare yourself for the new love. Okay. Let's clarify. Yeah. See, this person is very deceptive. Okay. That's what we got coming in here. The deception card. They lie to themselves, and they damn sure are lying to you if they're lying to themselves. Okay. Then we've got the Balance card. So this is what this person needs. They need balance in their life because they're severely out of whack. They sit more in a logical mindset, and they run like hell from feelings. And so this is what's thrown them out of balance. And Spirit is saying that, they do require balance in their life in order to move forward in a healthy manner. So yeah, see, this is what this person is all about with this seduction card. Okay. They're looking for people they're attracted to. They like to tease people. They want to hook up and date people. You know what I mean with a hook up, get their wick wet, or have have the wick, what is it? Receive the wick. And this is like third party energy, okay, and temptation. This is someone who cannot turn away from temptation. All right. They like third party situation because they always want to have somebody there that can give them that reassurance and that attention that they want. And then, they feel like if they lay it low and spread it wide, that they can, always have somebody available to them when they need something. And I feel like it keeps them from getting pulled in emotionally by having a lot of people as well, because they're never focused on one, focused completely on one person. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the energy between the both of you, we've got the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Okay. So Queen of Cups for me It could be, you know, Cancer or Pisces, but for me, when it shows up, this is Spirit saying Scorpio. So this is your energy. And then the Ten of Cups, which is talking about happiness, family. This is what you want, okay? And I feel like with this, you know, with this other person, if they were sitting in their proper energy, I feel like they want the same thing as well. That they have a lot of love for you, and they were wanting to have this for you. This is something that they sit up at night and dream and daydream about, you know, during the daytime, and they think about it at night. Hold on one second. Okay, so I'm saying this, that this is, you know, what they think, but this is what they're thinking. It doesn't mean that they're going to do anything to make this happen. And you see that Ace of Cups that you've got there? This Ace of Cups you've got here matches that cup there. You see it? Okay, so I just feel like, you know, Spirit is just talking about what it is you're wanting, okay? That this was the energy that you know, this is what you tried to come towards this person with, and they tried to pretend that, you know, they mirrored it back to you and tried to pretend that this is what they wanted. And deep down inside, I feel like it is what they want, but they're not in a space to be able to hold this type of energy. Okay, I feel like you are working towards that. You're ascending to where you can hold this, but they can't do it at all. All right, let's clarify. Okay, yeah. So this person, you know, they have toxic addictions. This is why they can't get in touch with their feelings, because they're so busy numbing themselves out, drinking it, drugging it, you know, spinning it, sleeping with it, whatever it is that they're doing to numb themselves so that they don't have to pay attention to what's going on with them. That's what they're doing with this toxic addictions card. Okay. Then for you, we've got you showing up as having a lot of passion for this person. Okay. And this is what this person uses against you, Scorpio. Okay. Because, you know, we all got to, what is it? This is our stereotype, that because we're ruled by the genitals, that this is what we're all about. This is what people try to say we're all about. And you know better than that. One Scorpio to another, that there's more than this. There's more than this for us, that this is a part of us, but we're not, what is it? How do they say that? Let me just say this. We're not your average bear. We're not your average bear when it comes to certain things. We are very multifaceted, even though people say that this is all we're about is sex. But I feel like, you know, you have a lot of passion, or you did have a lot of passion towards this person. This person turns you on a lot because they are your twin. That's part of it. Okay. Is the lust that you have for each other. Okay. The love and the lust, except the difference is you were trying to leave with the love. Okay. And then, you know, I feel like it was equal love and lust for you, but for this person, they pushed the love to the side and we're just all about the lust, and they're trying to use the lust that you got for them against you so that they can come in and get what they want when they want it. Okay. All right. Okay. So you got somebody, this is talking about the new person that's coming in. Okay. The new person, the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Cups, I feel like it's for the new person as well. Okay. So it's talking about them coming in, wanting to talk to you, being interested. Okay. You may be waiting for their messages, text, calls, emails, and talking to them more. Okay. But they have a lot of love for you with the Queen of Cups. This is real. This is genuine. And this is what they want with you. They want forever with you. They want to have a family with you. If that's what you're wanting, they definitely want a higher level of commitment, whether it's a committed relationship or whether the two of you end up married. And, you know, I feel like this is the direction you're heading towards, but you have to continue to work on yourself and do the things you need to do so you can open yourself up to this. Because, you know, when people fuck us over, is the first thing we want to do is shut down. And that's fair. I feel like it's fair, because I'm like, you can't mess around with people and think there aren't going to be consequences. Okay. But Spirit is telling you to keep your heart open. All right. And not let what this person did to you, not let it affect you like that. Okay. Not become jaded or become bitter, because it's easy to do that when people step on your heart. But the reason why Spirit is telling you to open yourself up, because you got somebody coming in that's going to be the complete opposite of this twin. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the outcome, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is the soulmate showing up here. Okay. This is destiny. This is a destined connection, a fated connection with the Wheel of Fortune, and Spirit is telling you that the universe is on your side, that you were harmed, you were the person that was perpetrated against in this connection. And so this is about you getting your justice, okay? Your twin's going to get their justice as well. They're already starting to, because a lot of crazy things are happening to some of these twins, okay? Some of them are getting kicked out of where they live. Some of them are losing jobs because, you know, they're overindulging with the drinking and the drugging. It's a lot of crazy stuff that's happening, okay? So these people are actually, you know, having to come to Jesus moment that they don't want. They're having their reaping what they've sown, okay? So there will be more to come as well for this, you know, for these people. That's why I tell y'all, don't try to, you know, get revenge. I know it's what you want to do. I know, because I'm a Scorpio too. Trust me, it's a Scorpio talking to a Scorpio, so I know how your mind works, because we're very similar. Okay, we may not be the same person, but we're very similar. So Spirit is just telling you to, you know, put your head down, focus on what you're trying to do to move forward, because the best revenge for this person, this twin, is going to be when they see you, you know, walking around kissing your new person in the mouth. That's what's really going to upset them, okay? This person's going to flip out when they see you with this new person, okay? So that's what Spirit is telling you, to focus on yourself and focus on moving forward, moving towards what you want. Yeah. Okay, so for you, you're showing up as with this anger card, okay? Everybody's going to be at a different point in this reading. And I feel like with this anger card, this could be, you know, this old person coming back in, trying to mess around with you when, you know, you're done with them and you don't want anything else to do with them. But see, they want to keep you in this energy. They want to keep you stuck so that they can continue to control you, or try to get you back under their, you know, under their wing so that they control you. So that they can try to control you. Let me say that, because like I said, I'll give anybody that can control a Scorpio a prize. I'll give them a prize, because that's a difficult damn thing to try to do. Okay. So like I told you, this person, their whole agenda was to try to break you. And I'm sure part of it had to do with you being a Scorpio. Okay. Because they know we strong individuals. We're not about the bullshit, and that we'll come out swinging when you want to mess with us. Okay. So you're showing up as angry. It could be because you're waiting on this person. The person hasn't shown up yet. Or maybe you know who this person is, and maybe the person is not showing up in the energy you were expecting them to. Okay. It could be, I'm picking up a whole bunch of different things, but whatever is going on with this anger, this is something that you got to deal with. It's what Spirit is saying. Okay. You got to let this anger go, no matter what the cause of it is. You got to let it go, because it's disrupting your energy. It's not, you're not putting out the signal that you need to be able to manifest what you want if you're sitting in anger. Okay. Then we've got the stability card showing up for the twin. This person is trying to, you know, stabilize themselves. The new person could be doing that as well. Because remember, as I've told you, they were getting out of something where they were, you know, mistreated and taken for granted as well. And this could be them trying to stabilize themselves as well. Okay. So we've got the old school card showing up: outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events, you know, over and over in your head. I feel like that's what the twin is doing. Okay. I feel like every night they replay what happened between the two of you, trying to figure out how, like I said, they can regain that control, or what went wrong in the connection, because, you know, of course they don't want to take responsibility for it, right? It's all your fault. They didn't do anything wrong. All they did was sit and look cute, and you did everything, because, you know, this is how they think, right? This is the craziness that goes through their mind. So with this old school card, you know, this could be some thoughts that may be going on in your head that need to be taken care of as well, because maybe these thoughts could be stopping or slowing down your manifestation with the Wheel of Fortune. So whatever these outdated things are, you know what they are. You know, you got to go back and heal them. You got to go back and deal with them. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we're going to get some messages from Spirit. Okay, so we've got mysterious. It says someone is acting secretive and revealing little of themselves. Okay. This I feel like is representing the twin. You could be looking this way to the twin because you know you have walked out of this connection and you no longer want to be with them. Then we've got vulnerability. The situation is challenging someone to take the risk and to be emotionally available and open. All right. So spirit is telling you that you got to maintain your vulnerability, because if you want this new person to come in, spirit is not going to let this person come in if you're going to shut down and make it hard for them or try to put the screws to them because of what the twin did to you. Okay. And you got to remember, that's what the twin wants you to do. The twin wants you to self-sabotage and mess something up because of, you know, from what they did to you. Because, and then like I said, if you are not gonna move forward and you know, and try to find the positive and forgive this person and let it go, because remember, forgiveness is not giving them a pass. It's just, you know, letting this person out of your energy so you don't bring them and have a third party in your connection with the new person. Okay. So spirit is telling you to maintain your vulnerability. Don't be afraid to open up to this new person, because this is supposed to be somebody you can trust. And then with the the twin, this is about them needing to open themselves up too, because this is the main reason why they're going around acting crazy, because you shoving stuff down, it's got to go somewhere. It can't just be bottled up forever and not have an effect on you. So that's why this person just act crazy like they do, because they got all this shit they shoving down, and it wasn't just the feelings for you. There were other things that happened to this person in the past that they haven't healed. And when you don't heal these things, they still moving around in your body, making you, telling you all kind of crazy stuff, making you think certain things. Your ego or their ego is talking to them, telling them, you know, to act like this and do that. And then, you know, it's a card that talks about self-sabotage that we've looked at before, where there's a devil on one hand and the angel on the other, and they looking at the devil. They not paying attention to the angel. This person is not trying to do right. And so, but then they feel like they supposed to get all the kudos, all the rewards, all the good stuff, but not do anything for it. They feel like, you know, they're deserving just as they are, that they don't have to do anything in order to have what it is that they want. And that's the thinking that's gotten them in this situation they're in now. Okay. Then we've got affection. An open display of love and special attention to each other's needs is warranted. This is what spirit is telling you. You got to come in matching that other person's energy, like the both of you, you know, giving to each other, because you both been through stuff. Okay. You both should understand where the other person is coming from, because you both been dragged, you both been, you know, mistreated, you both been breadcrumbed or, you know, abused, hopefully not physically, but emotionally. And so this is about both of you learning from what happened. Okay. And realizing that you can't let what other people do change you, change your character as a person, because then they won. You've allowed them to make you somebody that you're not, that's not truly who you are. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages. We're going to start with the crazy. We're going to start with your crazy twin first and let them get it out. And then we'll get the messages from the new person. Okay, so we've got, I know that you may not feel for me as I feel for you. So see, this person can feel you drifting away from them, the two of you drifting apart. They know that you don't feel the same way anymore. And what they can't understand is how you don't have no feelings for them anymore, but they, you know, they got all the feelings and they're trying to get away from you, and they can't do it. They can't do it because every time they try to run away, they being gripped by these feelings. The feelings got a chokehold, got them in a damn got them in a what is it, a headlock, got them in a headlock. That's what's going on, because that's what I can see. I can see somebody holding somebody in a headlock. Then we've got, I am embarrassed by my actions and feel disgusted with myself. As you should, twin, as you should. Okay. Then we've got, I don't understand what you see in me. I don't feel attractive. See, what did I tell you? This person lays up in the bed at night and just ask questions themselves. They question, why do you feel the way you feel for them when they know they're not deserving of it? They know they don't deserve it, because look at the way that they act. Look at the way they treat people. Because let me tell you this, Scorpio, don't think this person been running roughshod over people for all their lives and nobody's ever clapped back and told them, okay, you know, what you're doing is fucked up. Okay. And I'm sure they've heard it many times, but this is somebody that is delusional. They just live in their own world. And it's like everything outside of that to them is illusion, right? It's whatever they think and however they see the world. That's the right thing for them. That's why they can't take responsibility, because in their world, they didn't do anything wrong. Even though they got people on the outside, and it's not just you, it's other people that they've done stuff to, that they know deep down inside that they are wrong, and they just don't want to hold themselves responsible for it. Okay? But as long as they sit in that type of energy, all of their blessings will be blocked. Okay? All right. So let's move on to the new person. Okay. Okay, so we've got faith. It says, I have faith and hope in our connection and in us. I know you have been brought into my life for a reason, and it's bigger than the both of us. I know that we're destined to be together, and have faith in God that, you know, they will find a way for us. Okay. So this is about Spirit telling you to have faith that this connection is going to work out. This person is coming. Like I said, I know it sucks to see other people, you know, in the comments talking about they person that came, or you see other people in other readings or whatever, or other readers' comments or whatever, saying that their person that showed up and stuff like that. And I know you're like, question it, like, where's yours? Where's your person? But you just got to keep the faith, Scorpio. If I could wave my magic wand and everybody end up with their person right now, that's what I would do. But I guess that's why I don't have a magic wand, right? Okay, so let's move on. Everything's got to happen in its right time. And when you look back on this, you'll realize that, you know, when it happened was when it was supposed to happen. And that was the best, you know, the best time it could have. Okay. So we've got, you're the only one I see. Okay. So like I said, it's like you can walk and be in a room with 1,000 beautiful women, or 1,000 beautiful or handsome males, and this person only sees you. They don't see anybody else. Okay. Then we have, even though you're not with me, my love for you grows every day. So this person, this is going to be somebody who, they're going to look at you a certain way. You know those movies, you girls, you know those movies. I'm talking to y'all, the females right now. Some of the males may know, because y'all may like your rom-coms or your romantic movies or whatever. You know those movies where the guy falls in love and the guy and the girl falls in love, and then the guy looks at her like she hung the damn moon. This is how this person is going to look at you. And then it's going to be a thing where when y'all been together 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, if y'all stay together that long, they're still going to be looking at you like that years on down the line. Okay. Then we've got, I didn't know what love felt like until you came along. So like I said, this may have been someone who gave up on love and didn't, because they had, like I said, they've been dragged and mistreated just like you. Okay. But they are still, when they saw you, it was love at first sight. And now they're wanting to come back in, and they're ready to open themselves up to you. So Spirit is expecting you, you know, if you're wanting to be with this person, you know, you got to match that energy. Just like you want them to match yours, you got to match theirs as well. Like I said, that's why I'm telling you the healing is so important, because once you get past the healing, you will want to open yourself up to this love, because this is going to be, like I said, love unlike anything else you've experienced, because you never really experienced love with this twin, because it was unrequited. Because even though the person had love for you, okay, they weren't showing it to you. They weren't, you know, willingly giving it to you. They were running from you when you were trying to give them yours. So this is going to be somebody where they going to come in wanting to give you love off jump. And, you know, you're going to want to give them the love when you start to see how it feels to be around this person and to be in their energy, and how giving they are to you, how they love you, how they put you first, how they prioritize you in your relationship. It's going to make you open up and want to give to them if you want to be in a relationship. Okay. There's some people in the comments saying, oh, well, they want to be by themselves, and, you know, why can't they just choose themselves? And I don't have no problem with that. If you want to be by yourself, You go right on ahead and be by yourself. But I'm not one of them people. Okay? I'm not judging anybody. Whatever choice you make for you is the best choice. But I would question why you watching tarot card readings if you want to be by yourself. Like, what's the point of watching a love tarot card reading if you saying that what you really want is to be by yourself? And I don't believe that. I feel like those people that say that, they're going through a period of feeling bitter or feeling jaded. And because if they really did feel like that, why would they be watching tarot card readings, and why would they be coming on commenting saying that they, that they just want to be by themselves? Because if you really want to be by yourself, you wouldn't be watching tarot card readings. You would just be off on your own, right? I don't know. Just saying. Okay. So before you go, we're gonna pull some Black Hollywood Romance Stars Oracle cards and see what else Spirit wants to tell you before I let you go. Okay, so the first card says forgive and heal. Okay, it says as you forgive and heal, your love life becomes brighter and healthier. So this is about you letting go of what happened with this twin. Because like I said, I know they broke your heart. I know they they dragged you. You got drugged by them. I say drug is not drug, but it's dragged. You got dragged by them, but you can overcome this. If anybody can overcome this, I tell you this all the time, Scorpio. If there's any damn zodiac sign of the 12 that I would put my money on, if somebody said you got to pick one and put your money on who can overcome it, it's you, Scorpio. Okay, because you go through this all the time. This is like breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you. Okay, having to go through somebody, having to get over something somebody did to you, or going through a tower moment that you have to heal from. This is like old hat for you. So that's why I'm telling you, you never would have been brought into this situation if Spirit didn't believe that you could overcome it. Okay. All right. Then we've got ecstasy. Okay. It says your partner elevates your mind, body, and soul. This feeling of pleasure is electrifying. So this is the reward for you letting this other shit go, the past shit go. This is your reward. And like I said, I done been in the energy. I feel the energy from the new person. It's a beautiful feeling. So if you're wanting to be in a relationship, with your person, then, but you should just heal for yourself. It should just be for yourself at the end of the day. Okay. Anything that comes as a side effect of that should just be that, you should just focus on, but it's your choice. Like I said, it's a recommendation, because this is about you freeing yourself from all that shit from the past. Okay. And then, like I said, the less triggers you have, the less people can come in and mess with you, because it's human nature for people. It ain't everybody that's going to do it, but it's human nature for some people to see how far they can take you. And I feel like with this twin, like I told you, they know all your damn buttons, and they just want to push them all. So that's why you gotta take the charge out of them. And when you take the charge out of them, they can push all day long, and they're not going to get any, because that's how they want to control you. That's what people don't get about triggers. That's what it's about. Because think about people like if you got a younger sibling, right? And they know all the things to do to you to irritate you, right? If y'all have that type of relationship where you're at odds a lot, the person knows exactly what to do to irritate you, because they grew up with you. They've been around you all their lives, right? So of course, when they get upset with you, they're gonna bring out whatever they got to bring out and do whatever they got to do to irritate you. It's human nature, right? So you got to think about it. It's control. They know that they can control you like that. That's why the twin does what they do, because it's a form of control. Because they feel like if they got that type of power over you to take you out of your good feeling, or your good day you having, or out of your peace, that's why you got to guard it. That's why the 7 of Wands shows up all the time, about protecting your energy. That's why when you sit in the Empress energy, it is about you protecting your energy, and knowing, or the Queen of Swords energy, like you bring your ass over here, I'm gonna chop you with the sword. That's what all of that is about you protecting how you feel. Okay, protecting the good feelings you have, no matter what, because that's what's bringing what you want to you. And when you have somebody come into your life and disrupt that, for however long you feel upset behind it, they've won. So you got to think about that, and that's what spurs me to want to heal. Cause I'm like, you not gonna get that over me. You not gonna do that. Cause remember I told you, you can hurt me. I can't stop you from hurting me, but I can fucking stop you from breaking me. I can keep that from happening. And like I said, I know that y'all are the same way. Cause we feel a certain kind of way. We can be sensitive and so on and so forth, but it gets to a certain point where we like, no, bitch, you don't get to do that. Okay. So I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Love y'all, Scorpios. Bye. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at you and new love and see what's going on, okay, in your love life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So how y'all been? I hope everybody is well, doing well. I'm doing good. I'm happy to see y'all again. And I'm happy that we get to do another reading. And we're going to look in to your love life with this new person and see what Spirit has to tell you. Because some interesting things have been coming out for all of the other signs that I've been reading for. Okay? So it'll be interesting to see what Spirit tells you. Okay. Give me 1 second. Here we go. We're almost there. This one too, Spirit? Okay. Here? All right. Okay, here we go. Overall energy for this week's reading is the Seven of Wands. So this is about you, I feel like, standing up for yourself. You're protecting your energy. It could be for some of you, you may be having some type of attacks. I don't know why that's coming to mind. Psychic attacks maybe from your twin. I don't know what that is. All of a sudden I'm getting this information when I touch this card. But I feel like for a lot of you, you realize the importance of you protecting your peace and protecting your energy at all costs. And I feel like that's what you're doing. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Five of Cups. Okay. It is talking about heartbreak, breakup, separation. I feel like it does have to do with the twin. All right. You are staring. Okay. Wait, let me look at this card because it's a brand new deck. Okay. You are not. Okay. So we got these three cards here. These three cups here talking about third party. All right. Because three of the cups in this connection, in this card, talk about third party for me, okay? And these other two are talking about the new person coming in, and I feel like that's what you're focused on because I was trying to see what he was looking at. So yeah, he's staring a damn hole into the new person. So y'all are ready. Y'all are champing at the damn bit for the new person. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Then we've got the King of Wands showing up here. This I feel like represents your person. Okay. They are preparing for this connection. It's a fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Look at the way that they're dressed. This person may be somebody who dresses very flamboyantly. They may dress to get attention. Okay. Because I feel like your new person loves attention, but not in a bad way. Okay. I feel like they eat it up. They enjoy it. They think it's funny. I don't think they take it seriously like the twin, because like the twin is like his or her, they base their whole self-worth on the attention they can get from other people. But I don't feel like it's like this for the new person. Okay. But they're preparing themselves for this connection. And then we've got the Tower showing up here, your energy. All right. A long time or a long-term situation is about to change. So you being single, you dealing with these dusties and these rusties and these crazies, I feel like, it's about to be a tower moment, and some good stuff is about to happen. Okay. There's going to be some competition for you, Scorpio. Because like I said, I don't care how people try to stereotype us, the things that they try to say. I feel like a lot of it is jealousy because they wish they was us. Okay. All right. And then we got the Nine of Swords here. Spirit is telling you, don't worry about this connection. Don't worry about your love life. You have to trust in spirit and know that your spiritual team, your angels, everybody, even you have even deceased people on the other side who are coming to bat or going to bat for you to make sure that all this comes together flawlessly and seamlessly. But you have to remember, don't let this upset you and worry about it, because that's your spiritual team, the people on the other side that are guiding you through this situation. It's for them to worry about and to do what is necessary, because everything's being divinely guided. Okay, but you have a union coming, okay, or a reunion. And I'm saying reunion because this person, you and this person have shared many lifetimes before. Okay, so they are coming. And I feel like the threes in this is not talking about what it is. They're talking about third party. It's talking about third party because you have to make a choice. You have to make a choice between the twin and the new person. And then this is you in the middle. Okay. All right. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. This is what this new person is coming in to give you: stability, security, marriage if you want. If you don't want marriage, they're ready to be your life partner forever with this Four of Wands. Okay. All right. And this person, know this, both you and this person have options, okay? But this person chooses not to exercise their options. They don't want to be with anybody else but you, because they know that you're the one, okay? All right, here we go. We're going to start by clarifying this Seven of Wands. That one. Okay, this is about you following the guidance that spirit is giving you. You may see feathers, okay? Feathers may be significant, okay? You may find them in the street, find them on the ground, find them floating through the air. You may be seeing feathers. You may dream of them. There may be feathers in your bed. Like I said, let me tell you something. I used to find feathers in crazy places they should never be. I used to find them in my room, and there was no reason. I had no feathers. I used to find things like that all the time. And I feel like that has to do with spirit and with your angels letting you know that they're near and they're taking care of you and they're guiding you through your situation, okay? Because this is about you finding your inner light, okay? Knowing what a special person you are, Scorpio, and, keeping that, holding that in your mind. And, who cares what the naysayers say? This is about you and how you feel about yourself, because the outer world is a reflection of how you feel, how you view yourself. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. Look, let me tell you, your new person. I mean, not your new person, your old person may show up in this reading. I cannot stop them from showing up, but I'll tell you, I'm going to show you what it is, because there may be somebody that needs to hear what is coming out here. So for the twin is showing up here. The connections at a stalemate. Okay, we know you're stuck. They're stuck and stagnant. They're not trying to grow. They're not trying to do their healing. So you're moving on. Okay, so we're gonna leave it at that. Okay. This new person is trying to read between the lines. I feel like they're studying you. Okay, I see Page of Pentacles in my head, but I feel like it's a good thing, because this person is making plans to come into this connection, to come in to be with you. And they're bringing loyalty and commitment and love. Okay. All right. So the first card we're going to take a look at represents your goals and desires for the relationship. And look, it's the Two of Cups. Isn't that beautiful? So this is about you and this person having a strong connection, mutual attraction. Okay. And this is, like I said, going to be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful connection between the two of you. That both of you will have a lot of love for each other. This new person already does. Let's clarify. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Because you in your power like you supposed to be. Okay? That's what Spirit is telling you. This is how you're supposed to come out. Guys that watch my channel, flip it. Make it fit. The God energy. Okay? You're supposed to step into, just like the women are stepping into their goddess energy, you're stepping into your God energy. Okay? And being that, that bad mofo that you know that you are. Okay? All right. When it comes to your person, all right, the new person, the soulmate, we've got the Judgment card showing up. So this is their This is their desires and goals for the relationship. So they're wanting to have a second chance in love. All right. They had a bad episode with the last person they were with, just like you did. Okay. So they got dragged. They got their heart broken. They got mistreated just like you did. And they're wanting to come in and try again. Like I told you, when they saw you for the first time, male or female, they fell instantly in love with you. It was love at first sight, and they're now wanting to come in and to get to know you, and for the both of you to have this amazing relationship with each other. Okay, you made this person want to try again in love, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, this person is, working on always feeling worthy, because like I told you, they went through a situation just like you did, where somebody tried to crack their foundation. Okay, they tried to make them second guess themselves and not realize their worth and their value, and what it is that they truly deserve in a relationship. So they're focused on doing this so that they can come into you the right way, because they got to have a backbone to deal with a damn Scorpio. You can't just come in willy-nilly and think it's going to work out, because you know how we are. If you ain't down for the count, you know how we are. We will walk all over you if you don't come in the right way. And so I feel like that's what this person is doing, because I told you they've been observing you and watching how you move. Because like I told you, some of y'all, this person you already know who this is, but it could be a situation where the two of you have not gone through the activation yet. Okay, I feel like the way it was set up, this person was supposed to fall in love with you, find you, fall in love with you first, and then it's your turn after that. Okay, so you may or may not find out who this person is before it's time for them to come in. Okay, all right. Okay, so this is your person. I did the twin. Okay, for whoever needs to hear this, the twin is clouded. They're unable to think clearly, unable to make decisions. They got poor concentration. So we finna throw this over to the side, and we're moving on. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the next card, we're going to look at. Next placement represents where you are in the relationship right now. Look, there's the Page of Pentacles. Earth sign, or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you're ready to have something long-term, stable, and committed. Okay, but this connection is going to start slowly. Let me put that out there. Let me say it one more time. It is going to start slowly, because you see all the cards that are coming up that have to do with the love offers, and with the way you and your person are showing up, you and the soulmate are showing up, are like Pentacles cards. And the reason why is because this is something stable, committed, okay, grounded. And for this to be like that, it moves slowly. Okay, this is someone with whom you're probably going to end up being friends with first. Okay, you, like I told you, you may not even know. You may become friends with this person and not, or be friends already with this person and not even know that this is your person. And then one day you look at this person and you get activated and you like, yeah, that's my man, or that's my woman. Okay, all right, let's clarify. That little Page of Pentacles is a little cutie there. Okay, so okay, I hate this. I tell you this. I hate this damn card. Okay, so it says needy. It says clings to the masculine, makes oneself feel better emotionally, will do anything and everything to please the masculine. Okay, this is about you learning stability, because this card can talk about instability. Okay, about you putting it all into the other person to the point to where you start to lose yourself. And Spirit does not want you to do that. That's why this is starting off slow too. Okay, so that you don't get swept up in it and get lost and lose yourself, because this is not that type of love. Okay, this is an interdependent love, not a codependent love. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've been through a lot of codependent shit in the past, and that's not going to fly with this, because this is something that's going to stand the test of time. And for it to stand the test of time and be healthy, it's going to be where you stand on your own 2 feet and your person stands on their own 2 feet, and you're like this, not somebody leaning over on one person and then the other person leaning over. It's not any of that, or a situation where, I can't this and that, because there's nothing wrong with needing someone in your life. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's something that needs to be built upon over time. and not a situation where from the very beginning you're sitting in this energy. So whatever this is, you know why you sit in this energy. And so this is something that needs to be healed, Scorpio. Okay. You have messages coming in from this new person. Okay. You may have songs. You may dream of this person. I feel like they dream of you. All right. It's a situation where in the 5D, you have constant contact. You have um, constant communication with each other in the 5D. And a lot of that trickles down to the 3D. You may wake up in the morning and have like memories, like be thinking of you have dreamt of this person the night before, or, you may wake up and be awash in like thoughts and feelings. And it had to come from the other person because it didn't come from you. It's a lot like that. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person and where they are in this relationship right now, we've got the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. See, I told you, y'all keep coming up as Pentacles because this relationship is supposed to move slowly. Excuse me, because you are building a healthy, sound foundation with each other. Because this is, like I said, this is a long-term relationship. This is not going to be you come together and hit it and quit it, or this person comes in and you find out they told you a bunch of damn lies and they slept with you and then that's it, they're done, they're off to the next person. It's none of that. Okay, all of that shit you experienced in the past, all of that's gone. Put it in the damn trash bag and sit it out on the curb. This is new stuff. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles can talk about this person needing to work through a few things because they may be unwittingly holding themselves back because of what they experienced in the past. But with the Queen of Pentacles, they want this long-term stable and committed relationship with you. They see you as the one. All right, I feel like this is how they see you. And so with this Four of Pentacles, I also feel like it's talking about them holding on to you and wanting to hold on to you forever. So they're going to do the work that is necessary. Let me tell you this about this person. This person is always going to call themselves out on their own shit. It's not going to be a thing where the two of you get into an argument or a disagreement and they're pointing the fingers at you. It's not going to be that type of relationship. This person will be like, if the two of you are spending too much time together or it's becoming unhealthy in any type of way, this person will be the first one to say, okay, we got to make some changes. I'm going to start to do this, do that. This person will always work on themselves. They will always prioritize you and this relationship. Okay. That is where they're different. They're a cut above, this other person you were dealing with. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay. Let's get crazy out the way first. So we got them coming out in the lack mentality card. Okay, they're sitting and stirring in these old memories. It's twin, right? And the self-sabotage card. They're still listening to the devil. Because remember, the devil's on this side and the angel's on this side, and they're completely not even looking at the angel. They're looking at the damn devil. They're still doing stupid shit. Okay. All right. So we're gonna throw their ass to the side, and here we go. For your person, they're they know how to surrender to what is going on, and they are really good at trusting. This person is an empath just like you are. They are tapped in like you are as well. Maybe not to the extent that you are, but they are tapped in as well. And this person knows about spirituality, and they know how to trust in spirit, trust in their spiritual team, and they know that this is going to come together in divine timing. Okay. All right. Okay. So when it comes to the obstacle for you, are you surprised, Scorpio? There's never a damn Scorpio reading that I read where this card doesn't come up, right? So we got the death card. This is your energy. Your obstacle is the damn, death and rebirth. What do we always talk about? That's why we always talk about how Scorpios are some of the strongest people in the zodiac, because we go through this on a regular basis. People whine and cry about this, but we eat this type of shit for breakfast, okay? So you need to pat yourself on the back, Scorpio, because you're a bad bitch or you're a bad mofo because you go through this on a regular basis. So this should be nothing for you, okay? So with the death card, what spirit is saying is that you got to transform just like this person had to transform. Like I said, this These connections that the two of you were in, they left scars, okay? They left wounds. And remember, I tell you, anything that is buried alive never dies. So you got to dig up whatever shit you got, whatever shit you buried, you got to dig it up and heal it so you can bury it and it stays buried for good, okay? Let's clarify. Okay, so this says karma. So it's talking about paying off karmic debts owed from past lives and the present life, all right? This is just about you going back, looking through things, all right, that could potentially be detrimental to this connection. You got to heal. Like I say, you got to heal all, you got to think about all the ways, you know, old dude or old girl, the twin triggered you, and you got to heal those things because look at it like this, Scorpio. All the things, all the triggers, right, that people trigger in you, when you don't heal those things, you got to look at it like these. These are weapons people can use against you, that anybody can use against you. It doesn't just have to be in a romantic relationship. Think about like little brothers and sisters, like when you growing up, right? All right. Remember how if you got siblings, younger siblings, or even older siblings, how they know exactly what to do to fucking piss you off, and you be like, oh, you mother, like that. You be like that when they mess with you. The reason why, hold on. The reason why is because they're triggers. And this person, the twin, knew just how to do it, right? Knew how to press all your buttons. Remember I tell you, get on the elevator with the little kid wait right until the doors close, and they hit all the buttons, so you gotta stop at every damn floor. That's the type of shit that Spirit is talking about, where you just be like, damn it, you be so upset till it just completely take you out of your character. Those things are the things you got to work on with this death card, okay? Because you got to transform and become the person who is open and ready to be in this relationship with this new person. Because like I'm telling you, this new person's not fucking around, okay? So you gotta be on your shit just like they on theirs. All right. Okay, so when it comes to your person and their obstacle, okay, we got the 8 of Wands. They are manifesting you. They're about to come in with communication for y'all, okay? But you got to have done your healing. You got to have your death and rebirth, and you got to be ready. Because let me tell you this, I just told Libra the same thing. I'm telling it to you. Don't think that you're going to be able to dismiss this healing or skirt around this healing and get past it and get to this person. Because I'm telling you, Spirit, Spirit, I want to say it a certain way. I'm just going to say it. Spirit be on some shit where they will show you what they mean. Like they're like, if you're not listening to what they're saying, they will use this new person to show you what your triggers are. Because don't think that they won't do some of the things that this twin did. I'm not saying they're gonna, cheat on you and do all this. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, don't think they won't use this person to push your buttons, to show you your triggers and make you heal them. And they will hold this person back from you until you heal what you got to heal. So don't think you're going to be able to, oh, I don't have to do that. I don't have to listen to that or whatever. I can just go and whatever. Because let me tell you, the reason why you got to heal this shit, Scorpio, is because you've been going through it all your life. Ain't you tired of having to go through this over and over again? Somebody doing the same shit to you. It's just the same shit with somebody in a different, same situation with the same. What is it? Different days, same shit, or they say it's the same situation, but somebody in a different fucking body. The same stuff. I know y'all are tired of this. This person is ready to communicate. They're ready to come in. They're excited about being with you because this is the 8 of Wands. And these 8 of Wands are about to drop into the ground and come with the communication. But you got to have done your work too, because this person is working on themselves. They know what they need to do because this person is going to come in healed. They're going to come in balanced, and they're going to be coming in with their heart open, ready to be in this relationship with you. But you got to be the same. You got to be the same way. They got to be able to look in the mirror and see the same thing they see when you look at them in the mirror at them. Okay? So Spirit is telling you Okay, it's a recommendation. You got free will at the end of the day, but the question is, how bad do you want this person? All right, how bad do you want this person? How bad do you want to be in this relationship with this person? Okay, okay, hold on. The person, your twin trying to come through again. Let me get something else. All right, I'm gonna tell it because I gotta tell it because somebody may need to hear this. All right, when it comes to the twin, this person is regretting what they did. All right, they got a lot of pride and ego. Okay, they can't take responsibility. They got difficulty apologizing. You know, they still feel like it's all your fault. Yada yada yee. Okay, so we're gonna put this over to the side, and now we're going back to the new person. The new person, spirit is telling you change is coming, but you gotta be open and be ready for it. You gotta open your heart. You got to be balanced. You got to, you got to heal. You have to do the things that spirit is asking you to do. And I know y'all get tired of me talking about healing. Hell, nobody wants to heal. I don't want to fucking heal. And I'm the damn tarot card reading. I don't want to. But I want my damn person. So if I want my person, I'm going to do what I need to do. So that's why I'm telling you, it will behoove you, Scorpio, to do what you need to do. Okay? All right. So when it comes to the most possible outcome in the future, we got the Three of Swords showing up here. Okay? Don't hold on. Spirit is not saying heartbreak for you. I feel like spirit is talking about heartbreak for the person you don't choose, which for the majority of you is this twin, okay? And it's heartbreak as well. I feel like it's Three Swords because one of them I feel like represents you and the new person together, right? And then the sword on this side is the twin, and the sword on this side is whoever your new person was with in the past. Okay, that's what I feel like this is. Okay, and it's coming up as third party because you're gonna have to make a choice. Your new person has already made the choice, the decision, and they know that they don't want to be with this other person anymore. Because if they wanted to go back to them, they could have done that, right? And we wouldn't even be knowing nothing about them. But you have to make the decision too, the choice too. You have to show spirit that you have learned your lesson and that you through with the dusties and the crazies and the, whatever, the gigolos and the and the whatever, I don't know, the thoughts. You through with all that. You got to show them that you got to show spirit that you have learned the lesson. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Okay, so spirit is telling you take care of yourself. That's part of balance. Okay, not working yourself into the ground. I know they talking to me when they say that. I'm one of them. I'm the one of the workaholics, but I've cut back severely because you see I only put up 2 readings a day, right? And that is because that it was the recommendation. That was what I was told by spirit. Because I told you I was ignoring them at one point, and they cut my channel. I was in the middle of doing a personal reading, and they cut my channel in the middle of the reading. I've never had that happen before, but it messed my head up. And I said, okay, I'm like, I have to listen to what they're saying because they're not playing around. Because they'll start off with recommendations, and then it will get stronger and stronger and stronger. And if you ignore it, they will do something to get your attention. And that's what they did to me to get mine. So I'm just telling you, Spirit is telling you to take care of yourself, because you can't expect somebody to come in and take care of you and love on you and do all these things if you're not doing it to yourself. Because remember, the whole world, the outside world, the 3D is a mirror. Okay. All right. When it comes to your person, they're planning, they're figuring out what to do. Because like I told you, the change is coming. They're figuring out the best way they want to approach you, or to let you know what's going on, or to, to step into your life when the time comes. Because like I told you, this person is listening to spirit and being guided by spirit just like you are. All right. Okay. So now we're going to get some messages from spirit. Then we'll get some messages from your person. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So we have, okay, Crusty Dusty showing up in the reading. It says strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. That's what spirit is trying to tell those of you who are still inquiring about the twin. that don't already know this, this person just wants to sleep with you. They don't want a relationship with you. They want to make you believe that they want a relationship with you so that you will give them what they want, and then they're going to go away like they did the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 10,000 times. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get you another card because that card came up. Then we've got fate. Spirit is telling you that this connection that you have with this soulmate is a destined partnership. It was always supposed to happen. You were never supposed to be in something forever with this twin, even though it may have seemed like that in the beginning. You weren't. Okay. Then we've got intuition. Spirit is saying you already know the answer you seek. So whatever questions you've got going on, Spirit is telling you to pay attention to your intuition, and that's where the answers lie. Okay. Let me get one more card because we had your person show up. Oh, look, they keep coming up. It says obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. So we know who that is. The same person who, wears strictly sexual. Let me see one more time. Let's see. This person, rejection. Spirit is telling you that being rejected by this person, by the twin, it was a blessing. Okay, because you didn't want to end up with somebody that was going to do you like that, because this person would never become the person you wanted them to become, because they on some shit where they feel like they don't have to do no healing. They don't want to do it. That's why I'm trying to tell you. Let's use them as an example. This person, for a lot of you, is still in something with a karmic, right? And they're miserable. Okay, they have all these karmic things that are happening to them. Their money is messed up. For some of them, they may be getting kicked out of the house they live in or the place they live in with the karmic. It's a situation where, it's just like all these things that could happen to them. It's like any kind of blessings that they had that were coming towards them because of the way that they treated you, those blessings are being stripped from them. Their manifestation powers are not working, because remember, I told you this person has been trying to manifest you back into their lives. So I'm telling you this not because I want to talk about the twin, but I'm telling you, look at what is happening to this person because they're not doing their healing. Okay, so I'm not saying it's gonna get like that for you, but I am telling you that if you don't want to do your healing, Spirit has ways of making sure you do your damn healing. So that's why I'm saying, Spirit is saying, just go ahead and comply and do what it is you need to do so you can prepare for this new person, because Spirit is not going to let this new person come in, Scorpio, and be all healed and be all balanced, and then you be out of whack. Because just like Spirit won't let you come into the other person's life, into the soulmate's life, and be healed and balanced, and then they be out of whack. It's the same thing. Okay, just like you're being protected, this new person is being protected as well, because they went through the bullshit just like you did. Okay, all right, so let's get some messages from this new person. Okay, it says mortality and you. You make mortality look beautiful. I find myself wishing I was someone else only to grow old with you. You're a flash of light in the dead zone of my timeline. Okay? So this person, like, they think a lot of deep thoughts about you. I think it's beautiful, like poetic thoughts about you. Okay? Then we got Crusty Dusty gotta say something too. They said, "You'd never let me be free, will you? I've always loved you." That's from the twin. Okay? Now we're moving on to some other messages from this one. Well, should only be messages from the new person. Okay. It says, "I keep dreaming about us together." So like I told you, this person dreams about you every night. You're the best thing that's happened to me. Okay. And then you're the first. Look, what did I tell you? Didn't I tell you the first thing this person thinks about? That's what they're saying. You're the first thing I think about when I open my eyes. See, I can't make it up. It just fell out the damn deck. So Spirit, this person is very special. Like I said, you're very special as well. That's what I want you to understand, Scorpio. You're just as special as they are. Okay. This person is top shelf. You're top shelf as well. This person is an amazing person. I feel like you're an amazing person as well. But you've got to do what you need to do so you can come out in that energy. And if you're wounded and you still bitter and angry over some shit that happened in the past, you're not going to be able to come out like that. You're not going to be able to show this person your true inner light. And that's what spirit wants you to do, because they want you and this person to start off on the best foot you possibly can. Okay. All right. So before you go, we're going to get a romance angel oracle card. I'm gonna get two romance angel oracle cards, since the crusty dusty kept showing up in the reading. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an extra card because everybody else only got one. Okay, so here we go. Okay, no crusty dusties in these cards. So it says engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So this is talking about, like I said, life partner, committed relationship, marriage, if that's what you're wanting. Then we've got reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay. For some of you, I got to say this, it may possibly be somebody from this past lifetime. But if they are, they're showing up as new energy. All right. But for the majority of you, this is somebody brand new. Okay. And it's reconciliation because you've had a past life with this person before. You've had a lot of other past lives with them. This is not the first one. Okay. Or this is not the first lifetime with them. Okay. All right. All right, Scorpio. I enjoyed you. I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with new love and you in your love life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I saw the King of Cups here. Let's see if it comes out. Not the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups. All right. Oh, Scorpio. Okay, here we go, Scorpio. Overall energy for this month's reading. This is October's read, even though this is timeless. Whenever you hear this or you see this, this is what you were meant to hear. It doesn't matter when it shows up. Okay, Three of Swords. There's third party going on here. So it's talking about great sadness that will heal with time, letting go of the past, personal growth that comes from challenges, healing misunderstandings. And so, like I said, third party, heartbreak, breakup, separation, betrayal with this Three of Swords energy. Underneath this, excuse me, we have the Judgment card. This is talking about wanting to have a second chance. This is your energy again. Then we have, well, not again, your energy, period. Then we've got, look, there it is, the Knight of Cups. I told you I saw the Knight of Cups. So it's a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And it is talking about a love offer, okay, where you're being swept off your feet. I feel like this is representing the soulmate that's coming towards you. And the Justice card, Libra energy, it's talking about balance and also talking about karmic justice, meaning this person that's coming towards you is your karmic justice, okay? I feel like this is your twin here, but I'm not going to talk about that. We're just going to, because they're watching you with the Page of Swords here, but we're going to leave that alone. Okay, so we're going to start by clarifying this Three of Swords here. Okay, so we have separation. Okay, you are very irritated, I feel like, because you and this soulmate are in separation. Okay, I know you're wanting to be with this person, but there's some things we're going to have to take a look at. We're going to take a look at what's going on with you this month, and then we're going to flip it over and look at the new person, the soulmate, and see what they're going through, because I feel like the two of you are mirroring each other. Because look, you're both frustrated. You both want to be with each other, but there's some things that have to be taken care of first before you can do that. All right. Let me pull a card for them. Yeah. Okay. So your soulmate at this time are dealing with triggers. Okay. These cards I'm pulling, some of them may possibly be similar to some things about the twin, but I am asking Spirit. Spirit knows, we know that this is about the new person. So whatever comes out, this is what you're meant to hear about your person, what's going on with your person. So they are being triggered by something at this time. Just because this person is perfect for you does not mean this is a perfect person. They have issues as well. They have things that they have to overcome just like you do. Everybody is in this lifetime learning. Nobody is here just twiddling their thumbs except for the twin, because the twin just doing whatever the hell they want to do. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm telling you this because people are saying, somebody said something to me in the comment about, oh, all the stuff I'm pulling out for the new person is about the old person. And I'm like, maybe that's true for you. But if spirit gives it to me, this is what it is. Okay. Unless it's not your story. Okay. So remember that. All right. So the main theme of the month, you are doing too much, Scorpio. Okay. You may be trying to work yourself to death. When this card comes up, this card used to come up for me all the time. Working too hard or too many hours. I didn't even have to read it. I knew what it said because I've seen this a lot. Spirit used to give this to me a lot when I used to overdo it. So the need for balance in your life. Let other people help you. Health problems due to stress. So Spirit is saying if you keep pushing yourself too hard, Scorpio, you could potentially damage your health. Okay. And one thing you got to remember about coming into union with this new person, this soulmate, okay, or reconciliation with this past life soulmate, is the fact that your life has to be in balance, okay, in order for this person to come in, because they're going to be balanced and you're going to need to be balanced as well. All right, let's clarify. Okay, yeah. See, your soul tribe is getting ready to show up, okay? This is not just talking about your soulmate. This is talking about other people, other friends, people who get you, people who understand you coming into your life. Because I feel like a lot of you have been walking around all your life feeling misunderstood. Okay, so Spirit is letting you know, they're ringing the alarm, letting you know that the new people are on their way. Okay, all right. Second card here represents the past influences affecting this month. So we've got the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. All right, it is talking about, it says time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. This is about you using this energy to heal. All right. And I feel like a lot of you have been doing that. That's why this card is showing up for this month, because Spirit is saying there's some more healing that still needs to be done, but that you're doing well. But you need to keep moving on, and you got to stop working yourself to death. Okay. Because a lot of you, I know you trying to do that to avoid having to think about this, but you're going to have to think about this because this has to be healed, because you can't go into something with somebody new sitting in this energy. Because remember, I told you your person is going through it too. They're going through something similar to this too. And they know that they cannot come into this connection with you like this. So you've got to heal your side of it, and they have to heal theirs. Okay. All right. So let's clarify this Hermit. Okay. So this is about you healing from having to walk away from that twin. All right. So this is saying choosing yourself and walking away out of self-respect, knowing your value and your self-worth. Okay. So this is where the rewards are coming from, because that was a test of faith. You're walking away from this person. And so you have to heal from the damage that they tried to do to you. Okay. All right. Next card represents the roadblocks of the month. So we've got the Three of Wands showing up here. You're waiting for your ships to come in. I feel like you tired of waiting on ships to come in, because look at her. The ship is coming in, right? It's coming. It's finally coming in, but you've been waiting for a while. And I feel like your back is turned now. Look at her. Her back is turned. She's tired. She's tired of waiting. Okay. So this is talking about, you trying to plan for the long term. It's saying be patient as you decide what's next. So Spirit is telling you to be patient, because this is what happens. This is what always happens in life. When you throw the damn stuff down, like a little kid, when they get frustrated, they play with a toy and the shit won't do what they wanted to do. And they like, in their head, like, not the little kid ain't saying this. I'm sure, I hope not. But, in their head, they like, man, F this. And they throw the damn toy down. I feel like that's what you doing in this card. Like, you tired of waiting on. You like, where this mofo at? Why is it taking he or she this long to come in? You like, oh, F this, I'm gone. And the minute you do that, you know what's gonna happen, right? That's when they're gonna come. When you in that type of energy. But you can't let your frustration, don't take your frustration and your anger out on this person, because Spirit is trying to tell you with this divine timing card that it's not them controlling it any more than it's you controlling it. They are controlling when this person comes in. So you may be frustrated. Okay, you may be upset, but what you got to remember is you're not ready for this person, Scorpio. We're going to be honest because you know I'm going to tell your ass the truth. For Scorpio, one Scorpio to another. You are not ready for this connection. Okay, you're not ready for it yet. You have to deal with whatever this is here with this Three of Swords, and I feel like it has to do with the twin. Okay, you have to continually work at this. It's not something that you're gonna be able to. Okay, well, I'm just gonna sit here one day and I'm gonna heal this one day, and then I'm gonna be good for the rest of my life. It don't work like that, sweetheart. You're always there's never an end to healing. Okay, we're just trying to get you to the point where you good enough for where it's good enough for this person to come in, but you still need to be healing on a regular basis because you know what they say about relationships, right? Your relationship is only as good as each individual person in the connection. So this person that's coming in is going to be somebody that works on themselves, and you're going to need to be someone who continually works on themselves as well. Okay. All right. So next card is talking about the possibilities of the month. So we got the Eight of Swords showing up here. You being stuck in your head in this mental prison. But one thing you got to realize about this, you're doing it to yourself. It's the thoughts you think, okay? The limiting beliefs you're entertaining, all right? So look at her with the blindfold. It's like she's cut. She's supposed to have her arms bound together too, but she's cut that off because you see the pieces falling there and you see her taking off the blindfold. So I feel like you may start the month this way, stuck in your head, but I feel like by the end of it, you're gonna be like, no, I got to get out of this because I can't sit like this anymore. Because you realize, I think if you haven't already realized it, you're starting to realize this is what the twin wants. They want you to be stuck like this, so they can come in and out and mess around with you and bamboozle you and all this kind of stuff. Okay, all right, let's clarify. Okay, so look. It's telling you got to get rid of the negativity. That's what's keeping you stuck in your head is the negativity you're feeling about this, okay? You got done wrong. You did not deserve it, all right? This person had no right to do what they did to you, but it was all supposed to be played out like this because these triggers, because look, you ain't the only one that's getting triggered. Your soulmate is getting triggered probably by their person, okay? Or their ex-person. So whatever these triggers are, you need to take heed of whatever they are and start to work on them because whatever this twin brought out in you, those are the emergency things that need to be healed at this time. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this down and we're going to do a spread for the new person and see what's going on with them. We're going to take a peek. We're going to peek and see what they're doing and how they're dealing with life at this time. Because we already know they're triggered, so we're going to see what else is going to come up. Hold on one second. But like I said, you got to heal yourself, Scorpio. I know you want to be with that person, okay? And so you got to use that desire that you have, that immense desire that you have to be with this new person and use it to propel you forward through this healing, okay? All right, let's see. Okay, this is for the new person, Spirit, for Scorpio. What's going on with Scorpio soulmate, please, Spirit? What is going on with Scorpio soulmate, please? What is happening with Scorpio soulmate? Okay, here we go. Ooh. Wait till you see this. Hold on. Okay. Okay, overall energy. This one? This side? Okay, so overall energy is the King of Coins. Okay, this is the King of Pentacles, Earth sign, or someone with a lot of Earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is, representing the soulmate. This is the ultimate provider. This is, somebody who's very stable, very secure, very grounded. All right. This person is a boss. This is boss energy. This is somebody who's worked very hard to get to where they are. Okay. there's a song by James Brown called Paid the Cost to Be the Boss. Paid the cost to be the boss. And that's what's playing in my head when I see this. So this is someone who, like, is they grind, okay? They put the pedal to the metal, they do what they need to do to get to where they're trying to get to. This is someone who may have built themselves up from the ground. They may have started with absolutely nothing and built themselves up to where they are now, and they're like some type of boss. They either have their own business. If they work for a company, they could be like a CEO or like a CFO or some kind of bigwig, okay? And this is someone who is very dependable, all right? So we've got the Ace of Swords reversed here. You're getting a lot of cards that came with some of the other collective reads that I did. So we've got the lack of ideas card here. This is talking about, the communication between you and this person being blocked because you are both in separation, okay? Again, here's the Star card reversed, okay? I feel like you're both disappointed because maybe you both thought by this point you would be together, you'd be talking to each other or whatever, but this is a test of faith. This is another test of faith. Everything's a damn test, okay? Don't think that when you get with this person, everything's gonna be fucking easy sailing, because it's not, okay? Because we got some other stuff to talk about. I talked about it with Libra too, where when you get together with this person, you're gonna see people coming out the damn woodwork, Scorpio, jealous that you are together with this person, because it's true love. It's going to be, coming out your pores. You're going to be happy, and you know how some people are. Misery loves company, right? And one of those people, is going to be your twin. And it could be that this person, your soulmate, it could be their person coming out the woodwork too, and both of them trying to do what they can to sabotage this connection. I'm just giving you a peek of that, because we got to do first things first. We got to deal with what's going on here first, okay? So the two of you are going through a test of faith, okay? You got to heal your stuff. They have to heal theirs. The two of you are mirroring each other. You know that you're mirroring each other, right? I'm going to tell you why you're mirroring each other, because the first card that fell for your person is the damn Three of Swords. Just like for you, but yours is upright and this person's is reversed. Okay? So that means that they are overcoming. They're starting to overcome what it is that they need to overcome. So let this be a, message to you, that if you're not working on yourself, or you have stopped and taken a break, or whatever it is you've done, Spirit is letting you know your person is working on themselves. So if you're wanting to come together with this person, you ready for this ship to come in? This is about you, taking off the blindfolds, cutting off this stuff, getting out of this mental prison, and doing the work that you need to do. Okay? All right. So we're going to start. Yeah, this person's been in hermit mode, in isolation, because like I said, this person loves you and they want to be with you, and you are this person's inspiration. And so they're doing what they need to do to come out of this stagnation, that's is the Three of Swords. Okay, hold on, because I gotta turn on this air, get hot. Okay, so let's start. We're going to start by clarifying this King of Coins. Okay, all right, there your twin is trying to come in, but we're not talking about them. All right, so this person is tapped in. Okay, they're an empath just like you are. They're following the guidance, their intuition, and the guidance from their spiritual team. Okay, so this person is listening to what they're being told about this connection and what they need to do. All right, so like I said, the first card here is the Three of Swords reversed. So this person is recovering from where, because I told you they got drugged like you got, or dragged like you got dragged, and this person is doing the best they can to overcome it, as swiftly as possible, because like I told you, they're trying to make their way to you. Let's clarify. So yeah, they're working on feeling more lovable, because whoever this was that they were with, I feel like knocked all the whatever it was, how do I put it, whatever desire this person had to be in a connection and love and be loved, they kept on with their antics and whatever they were doing, devaluing this person, being being abusive, whatever they were doing, emotionally abusive, you know, using this person, all this kind of stuff, until this person, you know, became a little bitter, became a little jaded. But they're trying to work on getting out of that, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. All right. So next card. Here we go. Queen of Cups. This is Scorpio for me. All right. It, you know, this person could have water placements. They could be Pisces or Cancer, or they could be Scorpio. But, you know, this is your energy as well. It is talking about this person having a lot of love for you. They have deep feelings for you. Okay. This person is an empath. They are intuitive. They are psychic. You know, they're loving. They're just like you. All right. And the two of you are very emotionally connected to each other. And like I said, you may not realize who it is now, those of you who don't know who your person is now, but when you meet them and the two of you get activated, just like you did with the twin, you're going to realize the depth of your feelings for this person. Okay. So they have a lot of love for you, and that's what's pushing them to work through this as fast as they can. Okay. So look, there's the hardship card. They're going through it just like you are. Okay. They're trying to push this boulder up the hill. Because as I've told you before in the past, this person kind of like, you know, didn't want to deal with love anymore. They kind of just like lost their appetite for it until they saw you. And when they saw you, it's like, oh, I gotta, you know, this is the person, this is the one for me. They listen to their intuition, listen to their spiritual team. They realize that this is, you know, you're the person that they want to be with. And so they're doing the hard work to, you know, come out of this. All right. Come out of the bitterness, come out of the jadedness. All right. And then, so look, they're about to pick up speed, swift progress with the 8 of Wands. This can talk about manifestation, but I feel like this is talking about a message. So this person is getting ready to start to communicate with you. And this can talk about things, you know, taking off really quickly. All right. A lot of movement. This is a card of this person coming in with communication and you feeling swept off your feet and like having to jump into something and get moving. That's why I'm telling you, do your work, do what you need to do so you can prepare for this, because it's going to come out of nowhere. All right. It's going to be when you least expect it. Right. Because like I told you, look, she's got her back turned and then the damn ship is trying to land. Right. Okay. So this talks about, you know, this person being at a crossroads. All right. And I feel like I already know, you know, I think they're at a crossroads of trying to listen to their intuition to figure out when the right time is to come in with this communication. That's what I feel like it is. They're waiting for spirit to give them the go ahead. Okay. Because I don't think they're going to go down the other path. I just feel like they're just sitting and they're like, okay, spirit, you know, I'm ready when you tell me. Okay. But this is in the future. This is the future placement. So this is where they're headed. Okay. And then the outcome card we have is the 7 of Cups reversed. So this person knows that they want to be with you. This person, I told you, is a boss. This is big D, big P energy. And you know what I'm talking about. All right. And it's pun intended. It's figuratively and literally. Okay. So this person can be with anybody they want to be. This is a high quality person. Like I told you, they are the ultimate provider. This person has money. This person is, you know, somebody who is well established. I think they're well known in the field that they work in. Okay. They have a lot of admirers. They have a lot of people after them. Okay. So they got their pick and choose choice of whoever they want to be with. And they've chosen to be with you. But like I said, this is a destined connection. All right. The two of you were supposed to be together. And so this is spirit telling you, you know, this person has already made their choices. They know who they want to be with, and they are moving heaven and earth in order to get to you. But just like you, it's divine timing, and they have to wait until spirit gives them the go ahead to come on in. All right. So while all of this is happening, it's time to be healing, time to be, you know, doing what you need to do. Scorpio is what spirit is trying to tell you. Okay. While all this stuff is being held up. Okay. So they have triggers still that they've got to deal with. Okay. But they are, I feel like, diligently working on themselves. And so if you want to be with this person, this is what you want. Like I said, because we all have free will at the end of the day. Spirit is telling you, be doing what you need to do. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from spirit and see what they want to tell you. All right. So we've got trust. It's safe to trust in this situation. This is also Spirit saying to trust in them. Trust that they've got your back, and at the right time, all of this is going to come together the way it's supposed to. Okay. Then we have awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. This is both of you going through this, okay? Because you're mirroring each other. Then we've got unavailable. This person is unable to give you all you deserve. You know who this is. You know who this is, right? So let me go ahead and put it there for you so you know who this is talking about. So we just gonna throw this to the side. Let me get another card. Okay, so support. Spirit is saying to lean on your inner circle during this time. All right. All right, let's get some messages from this person, from this new person. We're not getting none from the twin, okay? Okay, so we have communication. See, the card keeps coming up. We got the Eight of Wands here and the actual card that says communication here. So it says, I need to talk to you and feel you close to me. I want to reach out to you. Please be open to receiving communication from me soon. Excuse me. Your response will encourage me greatly, and I will be waiting to hear back from you. So this person, like I said, they're waiting. They're champing at the bit because they want to talk to you and see you and be with you just as much as you want to with them. Okay. All right. Let's pull some more cards. Okay. So we've got, no matter how hard I try, my thoughts always sway back to you. This person thinks about you all the time. You're the best thing that has ever happened to me. Okay. You're everything I want and need. I didn't know what love felt like until you came along. See, this person has never felt this way for anybody else before. Your person is not somebody that's like a Lothario. They're not out here after a whole bunch of people, even though a lot of people are after them. They're not somebody, they're not like a player, This is somebody who is, like I said, very grounded, very stable, very dependable. They're very traditional, all right? This is not somebody, I'm not saying they didn't have their wild oats time, when they were younger. I'm not saying they didn't do that, but I'm saying right now, that's not what they're about. This person, I feel like, has been around looking for someone to settle down with, and they thought that this last person they were with, the one they were with before the two of you, being about to come together, they found this person, and they thought that they had found the one, but this person was wearing a mask just like the twin was, and they just, reeled them in. And then I guess they must have took off the mask, or the mask slipped, because you can only play that role for so long if that's not who you are, right? So after that, I feel like this person was devastated because they thought they had found the one. They thought this was the one they were going to be with or whatever. And like I told you, this caused them to shut down and not want to be with anybody until they saw you, okay? All right, so we've got, I love that I can be myself around you, okay? So this person, you're going to be able to let your hair down around them. They're going to be able to do the same thing, relax around you. Okay. Then we've got, you can be yourself with this person. They want you to be yourself because I told you, you've both been in situations where you've dealt with people who wear masks. And I feel like both of you are tired of that crap. Okay. So you're coming into something now where you can just come in. They're going to tell you, I want you to be yourself. Don't put on any pretense or anything like that. Don't do any of that for me. Okay. Then we've got, I have so much passion and desire for you, it drives me mad. So like I said, you and this person are not going to be able to keep your hands off each other. It's going to be a thing where, how you see in the movies, the people, the couple goes out and all of a sudden, something pops off between them and they pawing each other. And then, they're like, oh, we got to go, we leaving. And then they just get up and they leave. That type of thing. That's what's going to be going on between you and this person. Okay. All right, so we're going to get some. Oh, that's it. That's all the messages. Oh, wait, we got one more. We got the Lover's Oracle. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell you. Okay, you got 3. Nobody else got 3. Okay, it says forgiveness is the first one. This is the picture. It says, stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Okay? So this is about forgiving this person. Let it go, okay? Because you're going to be so happy. You ain't even going to be thinking about this person. I feel like most of you don't really think about this person anyway. Probably the most you think about them is when you come to the reading, if I happen to mention them or whatever, if they pop up in the read, okay? But this is about you letting that shit go and healing your heart so that you can give it to this new person, okay? Then we've got This card, it says, the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. So Spirit is telling you to have faith, okay? Because this connection is the connection that you've been praying for, you've always wanted, all right? Then the last one, it says friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So this is Spirit telling you, for you and this person, to take it slow, get to know each other, because you're both going to have, some residual trust issues. You go slowly. We don't have to worry about triggering your trust issues. We don't have to worry about triggering their trust issues. And if you're going to be with this person for the long haul or as a life partner, what's the rush? Okay? Because I feel like in the past, you rushed a lot of relationships and they have not worked out. So let's try something different this time, is what Spirit is saying. Okay? Go slow, nurture a friendship, let it grow into something more. Okay? All right, Scorpio, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Scorpio.